Tony. Showcase talent now making its way to the NFL as well. Makai Lemon, a former Showcase participant, selected 20th overall by the Philadelphia Eagles this past draft. Teams are taking the field. Beautiful evening here in Plantation, Florida, home to American Heritage. The Patriots taking on the Flyers, who are represented very well from East St. Louis, Illinois, ranked 24th in the nation. Ari Shannock and welcoming in Aronde Gadsden. Great to see you, Aronde. Former Dallas Cowboy, Miami Dolphin, wide receiving great. And I know you're happy to be here.
Thank you, sir. I'm definitely happy to be here. You know, it's like coming back home.
You can't walk an inch here without somebody yelling your name.
Yeah, you know, I coached here and taught here, and my kids went here, so it's definitely near and dear to my heart. But happy to see them back on the field and see what they got against this East St. Louis team tonight.
Okay, kicking off are the Patriots. Jonathan Matai kicks it deep. Flyers upended on the special teams. Quite a tackle there for American Heritage. So the Flyers will start out 1st and 10 from about the 30.
Listen, they ran down on kickoff well. You know, played the ball, kept the ball inside, didn't let it bounce out. So good start for both teams.
So East St. Louis coming off a big victory over a talented, physical Mount Carmel team, 42-23. That ended a Mount Carmel 19-game win streak. Quarterback by Reese Shanklin, 6'1" senior, who's got a couple of offers, including Western Illinois. He went 13 for 19, 185 yards passing, couple touchdowns, 1 interception against Mount Carmel.
Ari, the O-line looks pretty big. That's pretty tough right there.
A quick hitter into the open, crashing upfield outside of the 40, refusing to go down.
Yeah, it was a good play by
you talked about their size.
East
They
St.
got
Louis.
it not only on that line, but it looks like virtually every position, Aronde.
Yeah, no, listen, I think, you know, it's early for both teams. I think both teams have had one game, correct? And so they're just trying to get their feet wet and feel each other out right now.
So 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll go to the ground, trying to get the edge, turning it upfield, cross the 50, and they will move the chains again. An explosive run out of the backfield. This is actually their backup running back. Number 2 is Ronnie Gomiller, a senior. Actually, a Cincinnati recruit. He's an outstanding athlete, Aronde. Their starting running back, a 5-star recruit who has committed to the Auburn Tigers, unfortunately unavailable after getting injured last week.
I think you see the aspect of having that big old line when you can run the ball for 9 yards on the first down. So, but Heritage got it together and stopped them for a loss on this first down.
Can we turn his mic up? So we're going to see a steady diet of Gomiller, I think. He's one of those athletes, the Cincinnati Bearcat recruit, that they move all over the field, Aronde. And here now he'll get quite a few rushes with the absence of Myson Johnson-Cook.
Yeah, he looks like a good kid, built well. Look like he's running the ball like he's done this before. So if he's in for all the heavy lifting tonight, he looked like he's ready.
So 2nd and 10 from the 44 of the Patriots. Stepping up in the pocket, now rolling right, fires just eluding the intended target, LaRon Baker Jr. You mentioned this O-line, Aronde. You look at the size, Taden Goodwin, 6'7", 280. Caleb Morrow, 6'3", 235. Jeremy Richmond, 6'4", 305. Richmond is a 4-star recruit with a Syracuse offer. You can keep going. 6'6", 320, 4-star Kent State offer. Javel Donnelly.
Yeah, that's a big old line.
Big third down play.
Major college line.
Lofting it over the middle and incomplete. Well defended by this Patriot defense.
Yeah, make them throw long. Good job by the defense. 4th down, and let's see what happens, because the good news is Heritage stopped. Bad news is that they get the ball.
One more offensive lineman to mention, a junior, Antonio Graves. How about the 6'9", 315, 4-star recruit?
Ari, 6'9"?
Michigan State has already offered. So the punting team out. Austin Wilkinson, 5'11", junior. Patriot return man standing at his 10.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Go get it.
Line drive, but it takes a roll for East St. Louis, alertly picking it up. Heady play back there, Rondé, because that might have been pinned down, within the 5-yard line had he not picked it up.
That was a heady play, as you said. I think if he let it roll, they probably would have dropped dead around the 2 or 3. So good job by the returner. Give Heritage a little breathing room, and let's see what the offense got with the well-known, vaunted quarterback.
Yeah, that return man, Amari Nugent, 6'1" senior, already committed to the Florida Gators. And here comes the Patriot offense. As you take a look at that alert play by Nugent, cutting that ball off, turning it into something positive. Neiman Lawrence, quick hitter in the flat, dangerous, Rondé. Well read by that Flyer defense.
Yeah, when you start out with a screen, just trying to get the quarterback an easy throw, easy completion, but the tight end or the wide receiver in motion has to block that DB on the wide receiver.
So Neiman Lawrence, the junior, Texas Longhorn commit, 6'2", 200-pounder. Works out of the gun. He's got Tremaine Mullen to his left. Lawrence under duress, unloads it.
Ooh.
And a saving tackle, because otherwise it would have been a first down and more for Mullen. Quality play defensively for the Flyers.
Good stop for East St. Louis, but I think Heritage has to get the ball in Michael Stringer's hand at some point. He's the dynamic receiver. He's been here a while. He's been in the system. He knows what to do, and so can't wait to see him make a play soon.
Yeah, Stringer has committed to Western Kentucky. Talented receiver. Lawrence fires, and it was completed, but won't be enough for a first down. That is Stringer. That's your man. They were looking for him, Rondé.
No, I think he understands what being the Patriot is, and he has to get the ball. But on 3rd and 7, he has to go at least 8. I think that's part of it. But good defense by East St. Louis, and they'll put the Heritage defense back on the field.
So you would have liked to seen him run that route past that marker.
I mean, I would have.
Yeah.
I don't know what the play call was, but if he had enough time to do it, I wish he would have.
And a line drive kick here for the Patriots. Same play here, cut off, and a big hit delivered at the 50. That hit delivered by Wyatt Jewell, just a sophomore, as he sent Gomiller past the boundary. But excellent field position here for the second possession of the night for the Flyers of East St. Louis.
Yeah, I think if East St. Louis wants to impose their will, they have to do some running with this big old line. But we'll see what Heritage has to say about that. So looking forward to seeing this second series.
Interesting, we talked about the absence of Bryson Johnson-Cook, 5-star running back who ran for over 1,300 yards, 20 touchdowns last season. Committed to Auburn, but also Jonathan Bueno Jr., the Liberty recruit, running back for American Heritage, unavailable today. So both teams without the starting running back. That depth will be tested early on in the season, Aranda.
Yeah, I think last year Heritage got kind of used to using a few backups, and they should be ready to go this year. But look like number 2 for East St. Louis can carry the load for them tonight.
Yeah, no question. He is the #1 ranked recruit in the state of Illinois, Ronnie Gomiller. has committed to Cincinnati. Had 13 rushes for 91 yards, average 7 a carry with 3 touchdowns.
That's pretty good.
In that
one game?
win over Mount Carmel. So he did just fine filling in for Johnson Cook.
And what did they say Johnson Cook's injury was? Or will he be out?
I believe a broken collarbone.
Oh, wow. He'll be out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah. But thank goodness he's already committed, so he's good to go.
Shanklin gives to Baker, splitting the defense and powering his way to the 37-yard line. A quick step from LaRon Baker Jr.
Yeah,
Three-star athlete with over 25 offers already.
Wow, pretty good. I mean, his average is looking good. One carry, 12 yards. So
right.
we have to definitely tighten up on the jet sweep.
1st and 10 from the 38. For the Flyers, who have traveled well. Big Flyer contingency. Going right up the middle and spun down. Big tackle delivered from Ruben Cesar, the defensive end, 6'4", 215, Arande.
That's a pretty good-looking kid right there. He played the run very well. Didn't get fooled by the quarterback in the pitch and stayed inside and tackled the running back. Good job by the kid.
So 2nd and 8. Defensive have done a nice job standing the ground thus far, midway through the first quarter. Reese Shanklin surveys the defense. Pressure coming, evades it, fires, and over the intended target. He was looking for Jamarian Flowers, 6'2" receiver. Now Shanklin, obviously mobile, Arande, but he looks like he's got a strong arm as well.
No, he looks like he does. But, if you can't set your feet, you can't be that accurate. And so good job by the D-line of the Patriots making him move his feet and not get settled and make a good pass. So, we've seen good things from both teams, offensively and defensively. So you have to put it together. Kudos to East St. Louis. Like you said, they have traveled well. They got a good crowd out here. But, sometimes travel takes a little bit out of you. And so I know they're looking to get their sea legs together, and Heritage has to take advantage of that right now when they get the ball back.
Yeah, certainly a different climate, although pretty humid in the Midwest right now this season as well, but nothing like they're experiencing here. And we'll keep an eye on that as fatigue sets in later in the game.
Right, because even as it gets darker, cramping is still possible. So let's see what the East St. Louis Flyers can do on this 3rd down.
So 3rd and long again. Shanklin. Got a couple receivers draped to his right. In motion goes Baker. Shanklin steps up, throws, and completed down the far sideline for a 1st down. Flyers, well-executed play, Arande.
Pretty good. The motion and the reverse motion, little eye candy for the defense, and they lost track of the running back, and he came out the backfield and caught a nice wheel pass from the quarterback. So, like you said, good play by East St. Louis, and let's see if they can punch it in now.
Right on target there, wide open.
Yeah. No, if he caught it or let him, it might have been a touchdown.
Going behind the
fumble.
tackle,
It's a
fumble. And the Patriots say they have it. So a big turnover in the red zone created by American Heritage defense.
Look at that. Going in, we talked about the running back, but like you said, maybe the heat, maybe the travel got to him, and one of the defensive players got to him as well. And so good job by Heritage and good pickup on the fumble.
Excellent tackle, and that ball popped out, and that is that man again, Ruben Cesar, the defensive end, Couple of big plays defensively for the Patriots and an enormous turnover inside the 5-yard line. So the Patriots will take over with Lawrence standing at the goal line. On the ground, not much there, Rondé, maybe a yard.
Yeah, they're just trying to run the ball to get out of the shadows of the end zone, but I think East St. Louis knows that as well. I don't know if it was a run blitz, but the D tackle beat
Mullen.
One of the O linemen and stopped them for a 1-yard gain.
Couple of big kids on that American Heritage O-line. Syracuse commit Nico Ramos, 6'6", 315-pounder. One of the captains, Wake Forest commit Aiden Harnett, 6'3", 295 pounds, also a captain. Lawrence, and that ball blocked right back into his face, into the end zone. Rejected. Some size on the defensive line for the Flyers.
Yeah, no, it was a good job by the defensive end or the slot guy to come and jump up and knock the ball down. The O-line has to get his hands down somehow, and so they didn't, and so that's what happens. Good play by East St. Louis.
That's number 8, Philip White. He's got a Western Illinois offer. Timed that well. Lawrence, 3rd and long. Dangerous out of his own end zone. Going to shovel past that. Bouncing off a couple of tacklers. And a first down, Patriots. Terrific run after the catch for American Heritage.
That was the quarterback being the quarterback right there. It was off script. He ran around and found his running back in the open, passed it to him, and I think Tremaine did what he was supposed to do and get the first down. So let's see if they can string a few of these plays together to get flip the field at least.
Yeah, it's Tremaine Mullen with a terrific run, but as you said, Neiman Lawrence, playmaking ability here. Just flicked that off after drawing the defense. Lawrence back to the air, rolling right, has his man for a pickup of about 5, going to Michael Stringer.
When they're passing the ball, I think that's the primary guy, Michael Stringer. But they also have Trey Proctor, who's a big wide receiver who they should get the ball to at least once downfield and see what happens.
Yeah, he's 6'6", 215. Proctor has committed to Kentucky. Lawrence has trips to his left. They give right through the middle, looking for a seam. Nothing there against this tough defense. On the run is number 21. That's Marcus Smith.
It looked like it was open for a second, and it closed very quickly. So nice job by the linebacker from East St. Louis to close the elevator door.
Rondé, we talked about East St. Louis's size. Are you impressed with their speed? I think it's definitely a bit stunning, their athleticism early here.
Yeah, no, early the speed is telltale. We'll see what happens. Good ball, good play.
Oh, excellent design. The execution is there. Right over the middle to B.J. Outler, the junior tight end, 6'5", 200 pound. He's receiving offers from UCF, Missouri, amongst others.
It's a good play. Fake the run, throw the tight end down the seam. Usually works when you running the ball effectively.
Neiman Lawrence, just a junior, the QB. He's got really good composure and command back there, doesn't he?
Yeah, if you know anything about Neiman from around the area, that's his MO. He's a composed guy. I think he's been playing this position for quite some time, and so coming over from Northwestern, I think he's played in a lot of big games, so this isn't new to him. I think as long as he stayed calm and composed, the team will stay that way as well.
That pass completed to Mullen out of the backfield. So 2nd and 6. Patriots began this drive at their own 3-yard line after the turnover caused by Ruben Cesar, with East St. Louis knocking at the door. Back to the ground, looking for anything off of the ground. This time they plow forward for a healthy gain. It'll bring up 3rd and short, grinding his legs. Tremaine Mullen, who looks like he'll be a workhorse here tonight.
Well, they got to establish a running game. Everybody does. No matter no matter what age football you're playing, you got to establish the running game, and that opened everything else up. So as long as they can get the push like they did just now, I think everything else will work out because we know Neiman is a dynamic quarterback.
Lawrence on 3rd and 2. Survey now checking back to the sideline. Adjustment being made by the Patriot offense. They sent Proctor over here to the left side. And now they're going to take a timeout with Mike Smith, who's in his 5th season. 44-11 record for Coach Smith, doing an outstanding job with this program.
Definitely. I think Coach Smith might be one of the longest tenured coaches here. And so for him to take the job as a head coach was a natural move. And he's kept right in line, that kept everything going the way, the heritage way, I guess we stay around here, the standard. And so kudos to Coach Smith and what he's done with the program.
Well, you know all about this program. Oronde Gadsden, a young man called Oronde Gadsden Jr., who is now playing for the Chargers.
Yep,
in the league.
For sure.
Your son?
He
played
cut his
here,
teeth,
right?
He cut his teeth here, and,
yeah.
and so he was here since the 6th grade, and so he came up through the ranks, paid his dues, and it all worked out. But he had a few players before him that he followed, and I think everybody has. If you look around the stadium and on the fences, I think you can see that we probably got a lot of players that played here and now play in the NFL, and so this is just a natural reaction, and I think, they want to keep the tradition going.
3rd and short. Back to the ground after a timeout over the 50 for a 1st down, Patriots. So a lot of movement in the backfield, a lot of shifting, and then they go right at him right through the gut.
That's what happens, that eye candy. All you need is the defensive end to widen out or the linebacker to take a false step, and you can get 2-3 yards just like the Patriots did.
Mullen does it again. So over the 50 for the first time here tonight. American Heritage. You talked about some of the standout NFL players. We'll get to a few of those for American Heritage. Lawrence steps up, throws. He's got that ability to throw while on the move. Really even in awkward positions around it.
Yeah, I think that side-on throw, he's learned. I don't know if it's learned because they taught him, or it's learned because it's a necessity. And so, but he does a good job with it. And as long as he gets it out and completes the pass, I think we're all excited about that.
Yeah, he makes it look pretty natural, doesn't he? Neiman Lawrence. Motion man is Conway. Lawrence looking near sideline, goes back over the middle. That is Conway, who eludes a would-be tackler, banging down towards the 10. Eyes went left here, Rondé, and then he fired right down Broadway.
Yeah, like I say, if you can get the defensive ends or the linebackers to move the opposite way, just one step, then you can get it in. I think they ran a mesh route, and they threw it to him in the middle.
So Kobe Conway receives that long pickup. 1st and 10 from the 14-yard line. Patriots on the drive. They go back to the ground, eluding a couple tacklers. Another nice gain right up the middle, as they've got this East St. Louis defense off balance, and that will bring the first quarter to a close with American Heritage putting together an impressive drive that started from their own 3. We'll be back for second quarter action. After this is the Broward County National High School Football Showcase. Hey, Pedro, I can barely hear around. All right, we're back. Second down over the middle and high for the intended target, Michael Strenger.
So Ari, this when I played, this is where I made a living. I think they should go to Trey Proctor at this point. Like a fade jump ball works, at least 85% of the time, and so as long as it's not an errant throw, I think they got 2 6'6" receivers. I think they should give one of them a shot.
Yeah, they don't have a Rondé Gadsden senior or junior out there right now, so go to Proctor.
Yep. Or Outler. Outler looks like a nice receiving. Ooh.
Yeah, he's got size too, right? Rondé 6'5".
Yeah. I mean, you can't beat that, right? 6'5" tight end.
Can't teach that.
They can't teach that. I mean, I put one on one side, one on the other side. The safeties have to respect that, and so maybe then you can sneak Jermaine Mullins up in there.
So a penalty, that's going to push him back. It's going to make things more difficult there. 3rd and 9, Rondé. They can get a first down right outside the 3.
Third down, like I said, I think it's a passing down. You know, always watch for Neiman going off script. You know what I mean? Because he's a mobile quarterback. So maybe the defense gives him a little opening, and he takes advantage of it and runs it in.
So Neiman Lawrence looking outside, now rolling right, has to get rid of it, and almost a one-handed grab while trying to stay in bounds here in the end zone. Unable to haul it in. Good effort. But the kicking team will come out to attempt a field goal.
Yeah, good defense by East St. Louis. They strung it out. Everybody stayed in their zone. And once the quarterback started to move, it kind of shrinks the field. So he didn't have many options. And so good defense by East St. Louis. And so let's see if the Patriots can get 3 out of the drive.
Jonathan Matai, senior kicker from 27. Looking for the first points of this game. High snap. They barely get it down, and it's no good. It hit the crossbar.
Oh, man.
Matai couldn't get much into that, Rondé, because that snap was high. It was a quality effort from Marquand Manuel to even get that ball down.
Yeah, no, I think he did a good job of catching the errant snap, but couldn't get enough on it by the kicker, and crossbar blocked it.
Right, look at that. Strange spin, and he still nearly hit it.
Still almost is only good in horseshoes, Ari. Only good in horseshoes.
You're talking about what a feeding ground this is. American Heritage for NFL players. Sony Michel, Brian Burns, Patrick Surtain II, Tyson Campbell, James Williams,
Khalil Herbert.
Yeah, there's another one, Rondé Gadsden II.
Yeah, there you go.
Daryl Porter Jr.
Yeah, Marvin Jones. Isaiah McKenzie. Got a list of them, and I think these guys here, when you come to American Heritage and you see the wall and you see the field and all the names on the field, you don't want to let that down. So you kind of, get your game in gear and try to live up to the hype.
Daryl Porter Jr.'s dad coached here as a defensive coordinator.
Still
Darryl
is.
Senior. Still is, yeah.
Still
That's
is.
right.
I think with him and Mike Smith, they're probably the longest, and Travis Spiver, they're the longest tenured coaches here, and they put together a good run, and so excited to still have them out there calling plays. Actually, Coach Porter and I was roommates for the Pittsburgh Steelers for a little bit.
Okay. I'm sure you've got some stories about that. Maybe not for on-air purposes, but
Yep. Some of them are, and some of them aren't, Ari. Yeah,
Well,
we
third
need to get a
down
little
already.
action from the crowd. It's third down. We should get some noise out here. And so, look, both defenses have been doing a good job keeping points off the board. So, seems like at this point, Ari, the first one scores can win.
all right, third and long. Patriots, they hold here. They will get excellent field position, you would think. Shanklin over the middle, through behind, and it nearly fell into the arms of Jamari Ware. He was not the intended target. He had a couple of open receivers there. Kind of threw it between them.
Yeah, and he had clean pocket. Look at that. No pressure, no rush, just a bad throw. But the tip almost got them a catch. Almost.
Yeah, that's a tough ball to handle for Ware at that point. It had been tipped, unexpected, snuck up on him.
So both defenses are playing lights out. No points so far, and Heritage gets the ball back, and let's see if they can do better than they did last time.
Wilkinson, I saw him punting in practice. He can boom it. So fielding it, that was a little precarious that time. Good job to hang on to it by Marley Brown.
The running back made the tackle for East St. Louis.
Is it Go Miller?
Yeah. I guess the gunner is your running back. Is a pretty good gunner.
Yeah, no question. I was talking to assistant coach Harith Mitchum, and he said, we're going to get Go Miller in. He's going to be in every situation possible, making an impact. So,
and he was just now on special teams for sure.
Neiman Lawrence looks near side. Now we'll throw on the move. Wide open receiver. He has his man at the 30 and inside the 20. He's got your man, Aronde, Michael Stringer.
Michael Stringer's a football player. He found an open area. I always tell my son, go where they're not. And Michael Stringer did that just now, made a good catch. I think if he had a little bit more pizzazz, he could have scored on that. But good pickup. Heritage is in good field position. And let's see what the outcome of this drive is.
That's a solid advice, Dad. Just tell your son, go where they're not. You won't get hit. You'll make the catch.
Hey, look, just go where they're not. And so Michael Stringer did that. Caught the ball with his hands. Did a good job. Just get upfield.
Lawrence, picked it up on a short hop. Good hands by Lawrence. Rolling right and actually completes that pass.
Oh, no,
Throws
what
a
happened?
dart.
Was his feet out of bounds?
Did they not give it to him? No, I think they did give him the reception.
Oh, they did give it to him. Okay. No, they didn't.
Okay. Yeah, he must have been out of bounds.
No.
You're right. 2nd and 10.
Oh, got it.
Rolls right, goes back to the left and overshoots it. Tried to hit Mullen out of the backfield.
I like the play call. Maybe if Mullen went a little flatter, Then upfield, maybe he could have caught the ball if he angled a little bit flatter toward the sideline. Might have been an easier throw. But they got to be able to complete that play. It's a wide open play.
Yeah, Mullen had yardage had they completed it, Rondé. I think he was looking at for over the left shoulder. The pass was more towards his right shoulder.
Yeah. Listen, man, I think you got to give Proctor a shot over here. Wide side of the field. Throw it to him.
Fires it over the middle. Has his man, and that is Trey Proctor. Good call, Rondé Gadsden.
Listen, it's pretty simple when they play man because you're running the ball effectively and you have a blitzer, so it's one-on-one all over the field. When I played for the Dolphins, had a quarterback named Dan Marino, and he used to say, "Pick a guy and let it fly." And so that's what Neiman did just now, and got a good completion.
That's all it took for Dan Marino, right?
Right.
So back to the ground. Nothing there. Big stand by this big D line of the Flyers as they put a halt to Mullen's run. 2nd and goal from the 5.
Got to get some points on this drive, Ari. I don't know how they're going to manufacture it. I don't know what they got to do, but this is second time in the red zone. You got to put some points on the board.
Yeah, both teams have been in the red zone and come up empty. Neiman Lawrence looking left, rolling that way, fires back, had a man there who looked like he had a play on the ball, but that drops incomplete. Again, throwing against his body on the move around, not an easy throw.
Yeah, no, but we've seen him complete that a few times, and he can make it, but just didn't that time. A nice snag play on the goal line. Like I said, if he isn't comfortable with rolling on the run, he can just keep it and run on to the end zone.
We'll bring up 3rd and goal. Last drive, American Heritage was stopped in the red zone, and then a high snap altered the timing of the field goal attempt, which was missed. For East St. Louis, they were in the red zone, and a fumble caused by a big hit from Ruben Cesar.
Yeah, no, I think, like I said, this is a shot to both defensives. They've been playing great. It's 0-0, so obviously it's a defensive football game, but somebody has to score, and I think American Heritage has to do it on this drive. 7 would be great, but, 3 is some points. You can win with 3, Ari.
American Heritage cheerleading squad, good crowd on hand here in Plantation. 2-time defending Class 4A state champions, the Patriots. UM sophomore Malachi Toney passed for 188 yards in a backup role in the 2024 state championship game against Orlando Jones. We know Malachi Toney could do it all playing here at American Heritage.
That's pretty impressive. Right? You don't think of Malachi Toney at this point as a quarterback.
But we've seen him, throw a couple times for that Hurricane offense. We saw that through the playoffs, I believe.
Yeah. No, he can do it. He definitely did it. And it was amazing to watch the transformation from his freshman year until he left to go to UM. And he's one of us, and we're gonna continue to watch him. I got to go to number 5 on the fade right here, Ari. I don't know why.
On the slant, a touchdown. They did the next best thing or the other best thing around it, going back to your man, Michael Stringer.
Michael Stringer is an animal. He's a good player. He's done a lot for the program, and I think it's deserved so.
That is a dart.
A little hesitation on the slant. Slowed everybody down. Good job.
Good
like I said, they had to get points, and they got points. And so let's see how East St. Louis responds.
So Matai has another chance at it. We'll see if they can solidify the snap. Much better this time, and it's blocked. So the struggles continue in the kicking game. It is 6-0 American Heritage.
Yeah, they got to figure that out. Ed Perry is a player that I played with the Dolphins. He's a special teams coordinator. He has to figure out field goal blocking situation. I'm sure he will. It's a lot of time left. He'll make an adjustment during halftime, and they'll come out and do a whole lot better, I'm sure.
So East St. Louis, the Flyers. Let's look at the touchdown again. That ball rifled right on the money.
No, that's a good play. If you see Michael Stringer hesitated, let the two slot receivers clear it out. He came underneath. Ball was on the money. He had no choice but to catch it.
This Flyer program has won 11 IHSA state football championships going back from 1979 to 2024. 10 consecutive winning seasons, going 108-19.
Wow.
Head coach is Darren Sunkett in his 23rd season. How about this record? 216 wins to 79 defeats.
Wow. That's pretty good. But 23 years as the head coach?
Yeah, that's good job security. Well, he's earned it, right?
Yeah, no, he's earned it. That's kind of George Smith-like over there, St. Thomas. But let's see if we can.
Turning on the Jets. Dangerous return man, LaRon Baker Jr. 25 offers and climbing for that young man.
Oh, man, that's pretty good. And if he keeps on returning the ball like that, he'll probably get one or two more.
We'll see what the answer is here from the Flyer offense. Again, playing without their five-star running back who is committed to Auburn, but certainly with Ronnie Gomiller, the Cincinnati Bearcat recruit. I mean, he is an enormous weapon.
He's been all over the field. And so I think they'll continue to ride on his coattail until he can't anymore. You see him at wide receiver right now.
He is a playmaker. Shanklin, quick release as that sails into their bench. Looking for the out along the boundary there. Well defended.
You see they were throwing the ball too, correct?
No surprise there.
No surprise there.
3 touchdowns for Gomiller last week in the victory over Mount Carmel. Powerhouse out of the Chicago area. Shanklin on the slant. Nice pass, nice catch, first down, Flyers.
There goes that guy again.
How many number 2s do they have? Right. Gomiller, he's all over the field. He's on every side.
They just got one, and he's playing everywhere. I don't know if it's a sign, but they put a whole nother running back in the backfield, and he's in the slot now. So I would probably try to make them run this other running back and not let number 2 get the ball.
Yeah, that's Chris Jackson, just a freshman.
Ooh.
Dangerous pass. As Jaden Sheard was right there.
Right
breaks it
there.
up, but
good read by the linebacker. Good read. You know, Ari, I think it's a great thing when a team like East St. Louis comes to play in South Florida, and it's vice versa. If we had a chance to go to East St. Louis, it'd be great for the kids to travel and learn how it is, because their next step is college, and this is how it is.
They go back to the ground. Big hit delivered after what looked like a gap to run through. That closed in a hurry. Around the ball carrier, the freshman, Chris Jackson.
Jaden did a good job. Jaden is on fire right now. 2 plays in a row. He stopped the East St. Louis Flyer offense.
That's Jaden Sheard.
Let's go. Y'all got to get up and let's go, Patriots. Y'all sit down.
3rd and 7. Shanklin. Look at this elusive move. Evades a couple defenders and then up and knocking him out of bounds. Excellent pursuit. Now that's your man again, Jaden Sheard.
Listen, he's been all over the field. I think when you got a fast linebacker like that, I think you just let him roam. I think he's playing like a rover position, so he's everywhere. And so good play by the defense. And let's see if East St. Louis can execute this punt and see what Heritage does on the flip side.
Yeah, we got to credit Kimarley Brown. That was the senior DB coming up in pursuit, making a big play. Oh, he fumbled it, and they are going to turn it over. The bobble on the punt attempt from East St. Louis from Wilkinson.
And you understood what I said. I said, see, let's see if East St. Louis can execute this punt. It's very difficult on the road in an unfriendly environment to pull off these special teams plays. We had a punt blocked, and then we had a field goal blocked, extra point tipped, and so it's tough. And so the ball is a little wet, a little humidity out here. East St. Louis may not be privy to those situations, and so execution is paramount. They didn't execute on the play. Heritage got in there and got the ball.
Yeah, you sensed something coming, Aronde. You called it. And it's early in the season too, so special teams are one of those things that can lag. It takes time, right, to build that chemistry.
Because some of your special teams players are playing offense or defense. They could be tired from a long drive offense. Now they have to jump on and play special teams. You don't get as much vigor, as they do playing regular linebacker. And so some things happen. I didn't know the center, he's been snapping the ball. Now he has to long snap. It's a lot that goes on. And that execution has to be on point because games are won and lost in special teams.
Well, American Heritage, who was roughed up a bit in the opener against a very physical West Boca team. An opportunity here, eluding the rush. Great catch, extending and getting to the perimeter all the way down inside the 5, and that is Trey Proctor.
Listen, you can't miss Trey Proctor, 6'6", running across the middle of the field, and so definitely good job by Neiman. But I think what happens is the movement by Neiman draws the defense. He takes a few steps like he's about to run, linebackers come up, and he throws right over their heads.
He's got such good pocket presence, doesn't he? He knows when to slip ahead, step up, move laterally. He just senses that pressure and rush.
Right, I think that's a natural gift. I don't think you can teach that, Ari, and so he has it.
They go back to the ground, through a hole, spinning into the end zone. Touchdown. Patriots, Tremaine Mullen.
Yeah, listen. When you get in the red zone, you got to score. You got to score points, and that's what I think American Heritage has figured out. And now we have to see the real mettle of these East St. Louis Flyers because they're a long way from home, and this could get out of hand pretty quickly.
They go for 2 here? Looks like they're going to, Aronde.
Yeah, I guess they feel like they're on a roll, and so I think the coach Mike Smith saw something. He wants to try to get those 2 points back that he missed, and so let's see what happens.
So 12-0. Empty backfield for Lawrence. Lawrence rolling. That pass too high for the darting receiver in the back of the end zone. I think if he puts that pass on him, they've got the 2 there.
Yeah, we've given Neiman kudos on being able to move and be mobile and throw the ball, and sometimes it's an errant pass just because of that. And so you have to live with those every once in a while. But good drive by Heritage. I think, like I say, special teams can win and lose you the game. And I think we have to see how East St. Louis responds. Like I said, being away from home in a hostile environment is tough, and it could get out of hand.
That was Jeffrey O'Neal, the intended target, who was wide open in the back of the end zone. Sophomore Aronde. He's a kid to watch. He's got offers from LSU, Georgia, Florida. Had 4 receptions in the opening game of the season for the Patriots.
Yeah, no, definitely think the Patriots are getting started right now. I think they found found their way, and East St. Louis has to respond to stop it.
A deep kick. That's got to feel good for American Heritage kicker Matei. He's had some struggles with the field goal, the bad snap, and then a blocked extra point. Got all of that kickoff. So starting from their 20 is East St. Louis. And as Aronde said, let's see what kind of response they have here. 5 minutes remaining in the first half. They had a solid drive in the first quarter, but it resulted in a turnover in the red zone. And since then, they've been pretty quiet offensively.
Yeah, like I said, it's tough, travel, being on the road. If they had scored that first drive, maybe we would have given them a little momentum. But now the coaches have to step up. It's not on the players right now. It's the coaches have to call some plays they're pretty confident in.
They'll go to the ground, go back to their go-to back, who breaks a tackle, has the edge, and gallops all the way out to midfield, Ronnie Go-Miller.
Listen. We go back to something and they know Ronnie Go-Miller. And so instead of trying to throw it and get it to him, we'll just hand it to him, and that's worked pretty good.
They've done a nice job moving him around, showing different looks, being unpredictable. And as you said, Aronde, you get the ball in his hands, good things happen.
I've seen it happen a few times before. You just have to think about Ronnie in the fourth quarter. He's not used to the heat. They're using him a lot. Like I said, I've seen him on special teams. I've seen him do a lot. Slot guy, running back. You just got to know it takes a toll on you at some point.
I believe he was driving the bus when they pulled into the parking lot too.
He had to be doing something. So
what was the call there? It was after the fact. He's got a first down. They walk it back to the 28-yard line.
I think they had a flag on the sideline, huh? Coaches, I see the coaches and the referees jarring a little bit.
Right back to the ground. This time swung in the backfield, staying on his feet somehow, Go-Miller, but ends up losing a couple more with the effort.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough for it's going to be a tough day for Ronnie at this point. I think everybody in the building knows where the ball is going.
That's right.
So it's going to be, until they get somebody else involved, it's going to be a tough day for him.
Able to break that tackle. But a whole host of Patriots then in pursuit. So 2nd and 5. Shanklin throws, and a nice dart delivered, and a solid reception from Amarian Jackson, 6'3", sophomore wide receiver.
Pretty good catch.
Yeah.
That was a catch in traffic. Somebody draped on him. Quarterback delivered, and the wide receiver caught the ball. Sorry, Ari, I'm going to be always a little partial on the wide receiver side.
There you go. This guy, he's a good judge.
Oh, holding.
Well, here comes the flag. Another nice catch here on the near sideline. Diving reception is Jamori Ware, but this is coming back with the obvious hold in the backfield.
Listen, I don't know how many offers he has, but number 17, Ruben Cesar, the 6'4", 220-pound defensive end, is having a pretty good game so far.
If he doesn't have many, he's going to get some more with this performance here in the National Football Showcase. I mean, he's got, obviously, the tools, got the size.
Yep.
6'4", 215, got some growing to do into that frame.
And it looked like he has a motor. He has a pretty good motor. He's made a tackle, got up and chased the man down, and he's done everything you want to see in your defensive end. What is it, 1st and 15?
Yeah, 1st and 20 after the 10-yard penalty. Flyers hurting themselves. Shanklin going deep. That's a gorgeous throw. And just out of the reach of the Flyer receiver, cruising down that far sideline, Amarian Jackson, who just made that catch that you credited in traffic.
Yeah, no, the quarterback has to keep the ball on the field. We as receivers can only do with so much, and if you keep the ball on the field, I think it's a touchdown. But I think the ball tails off in this night sky, and like I said, you hate to keep bringing it up because you sound cliche-ish, but I don't think East St. Louis is used to the weather or the environment as of yet, and so if the Heritage can keep the pressure on them, it'd be pretty tough for East St. Louis to come back.
Yeah, Reese Shanklin certainly demonstrating a strong arm. I mean, he threw that ball very well. But unfortunately, as you mentioned, Ron, it did tail out of bounds at the end, so unable to make a play on it was Jackson. We got a timeout called by Coach Sunkett and his staff on 2nd and 20. And there's got to be some frustration building, particularly after a strong start. They come up empty.
Right.
They've been stymied since, and now appear to be a little deflated around it.
Yeah, no, and that's what I was saying earlier. They have to be careful because this could get out of hand. I think they need somebody else to take the pressure off number 2, and if they can't get anybody else, involved, then Heritage will probably just double and key on number 2 and just rush the quarterback, and so that could be tough. But do me a favor, Ari, could you tell me what number and size the center is, because everybody around the center has got to be 6'6", 300 pounds, and the center is what? The center's a little fella.
Yeah, they didn't. I believe the center is Barnes. He may be 6 feet. The other guys are just so big.
Yeah, they're so big.
Shanklin, and that is intercepted. A diving, sliding grab. There's no indication by the officials, and now they say incomplete. That was awfully close.
Awfully close, but you don't see Jaden raising any cane, so he probably knows as well that it touched the ground a little bit. But he's showing up to be a dynamic player. He's just like number 2 on East St. Louis. Oh yeah, it did bounce. It did bounce once.
Nice effort there, trying to settle it a little bit. So 3rd and a mile for East St. Louis. See if Shanklin can come up with a big play here. He's got time, lofts it over the middle of the field into triple coverage, and it is knocked down, incomplete. So the punting team will come on for the Flyers.
Listen, that was a dangerous throw. That was in quadruple coverage. I don't think he read that at all, but if it was picked off, it would have been just as good as a punt, because now they have to once again execute the special teams play.
Austin Wilkinson has a big leg, but he's got to release it. Trouble with the snap, the catch, humidity here affecting.
As you can see, is a different center. It's a special long snapper, and so I don't know how many games he's played, but you got to always watch that. Oh,
and there it is again. You called it again around it.
Snap.
And booting that out of the back of the end zone was the kicker, Wilkinson. That's going to draw a flag because that was he elected to do that, just kick it out.
That's a good job. Good job by the kicker. Kicker's been in a few games before, and that's what I'm saying. Look at the center. The center is a smaller guy, and like I say, it's tough when you're on the road. You're not at home. The ball may be a little sweaty from it being humid. It's tough, And as you said, it's up to the coaches right now. I see all these guys over there with the orange shirt on. It's their job to keep the morale up, and you can't let the body language of your players on East St. Louis start to go down, because their play will soon follow.
A long trip down for this national showcase, and something this program, the Flyers, have been looking forward to. They travel really well. Big crowd on their side, behind their sideline. Disappointed fans, not much to cheer about at the moment, but plenty of time. As Ronde said, they've got to keep their spirits up.
They must. They must. It's the only way it's going to happen. Like I say, you're on the road. They got a lot of fans here. Pretty good. Like you said, they travel real well, but there's no excitement over there. Somebody has to jump around, and they need to play. They need to play. It probably won't be in this half, but still got some time left. But they have to go in that house and regroup and come back with better body language. That's for sure.
So Coach Smith, he's asking for an explanation here on the ruling. The flag came in. It looks like it'll be the safety.
They didn't put the points up on the board, that's for sure.
The points are not on the scoreboard yet. And well, this time Austin Wilkinson will be able to punt without having to receive a snap.
Right.
So
Right.
he's got the ball in his hands.
Right.
A little easier.
So that's going to be pretty good.
So American Heritage indeed finally gets those 2 points that they've been after.
There you go. My dad always said there's more than one way to skin a cat. So we didn't get it on the extra point or the 2-point conversion. We got it on the safety.
That's right. Third option.
Third option. C.
Plenty of hang time. That is dropped, picked up, and now some running room. Spinning out to the 50. Exciting play there for American Heritage. I don't have 22 on my roster. That is Richard St. Julian.
Richard St. Julian seems to be a dynamic player, but he has to catch the first time. He has to catch it the first time. And so we'll see what happens when he comes back out. But, the good news is they got the punt off. They kicked it off, but the bad news is American Heritage gets the ball.
St. Julian, just a freshman, Oronde. He's brave. He didn't fall on that after bobbling. He picked it up. He wanted to go. And
he was trying to get out of there. I'm going deep right now if it was me, Ari.
Lawrence, in and out of the hands. In motion, Jeffrey O'Neal was thinking about turning that corner before he secured the catch.
Can't turn the corner without the ball, Ari. You got to catch it first. And so rule number 1 as a wide receiver is catch the ball.
2nd and 10. This is you feel a critical drive for the East St. Louis defense here?
Very critical because, the defense has been keeping East St. Louis in the game, and they seem to be ready to go and answer the bell. But if they give up a big score here, it could be a little difficult.
3 minutes to play in the half. Out of the backfield, eluding a tackler, bouncing outside for a first down. Tremaine Mullen having a superb game.
Tremaine Mullen seems to have a little something going on in the sideline, but he is a dynamic player. Hopefully he's all right and he can come back in the game.
That would be a blow here as you see the replay out of the backfield setting up, finding that open space.
Good route by him. Way to go. Let's see what happens on the sideline.
So elusive.
Kind of got rolled up on a little bit by the linebacker on the back of the play. But, listen, American Heritage smells blood in the water, and it's going to try to get the score before the second quarter ends. And East St. Louis has to do something. They may have to take a chance and send a blitz or two to get to Neiman.
And some temporary relief, at least, as Mullen walking off with no assistance.
That's a good thing.
They're already down their starting running back in Jonathan Bueno Jr. First and 10 from 36, 14-0. Patriots.
St. Louis has to send him.
Lawrence has a wide open receiver. Takes a big hit, loses the ball, and that is recovered by the Flyers.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Listen, it's tough as a receiver, but I used to always tell my receivers, don't go back inside. If you get the ball, kind of stay outside the numbers, because bad people come when you go back inside.
Now, this is the freshman. He's just 5'9". Oh, excuse me. That's 82. That's Ryan Duncan's also just a freshman. Oronde's 5'9", 150. So I don't think he's accustomed to being hit that hard.
Yeah, that's slight of build right there, but he has to hold on to the ball. So East St. Louis did their job, the defense. They got a turnover, and they held them. So now let's see if the offense can get something going.
And a quality start as they pick up a first down and that passing play to begin this drive. 2:40 remaining in the half.
I tell you right now to watch out for number 2. They're going to try to get the ball to him somehow.
Shanklin under pressure, throws into traffic. Was that caught? I believe it was.
By guess who?
And taking a shot. We've got a player that's an American Heritage player down. That's Kamarley Brown, who has played very well.
Yeah, I think he might have got dinged a little bit, but they're throwing the ball number 2. That's for sure. Oh, he got a little friendly fire. He got a little friendly fire.
Yeah, so that's Goldmiller making that catch in traffic.
He was making the tackle, and Jaden came over and gave him a little bit. So that's a good thing he's up. And so
tough kid.
Pretty sure he'll be back in the game soon.
Shaking it off is Kamarley Brown. Coming in is Contreras Faison, junior DB.
Watch out for number 2.
Yeah.
That's a common theme here. Number 2's getting the ball for sure.
Here he
100%.
comes, one side to another, breaks a tackle,
100%.
turns inside, lost his footing. But another first down as the Flyers move the chains. With 2 minutes to play first half. Big change of events. American Heritage driving up 14-0. And the fumble, and now it's East St. Louis threatening before the close of the first half.
This would be big for East St. Louis to get some points.
Shanklin, good catch. In traffic. Look at those legs keep churning. Close to that first down marker. Jamarian Flowers, one of those weapons for the Flyers that can certainly take some pressure off of Goldmiller.
There you go. Good job by the receiver. Kept his legs turning, got some yards after the catch. And like you said, they gave Goldmiller a break.
Shanklin. Over the middle, it was tipped by the up man, Baker. I don't think that was intended for him. Had he let it gone through, it might have been completed.
Yeah, no, those double slants are kind of tricky. They bring a lot of people to the ball. You have 4 people running the slant, but one tip could get a errant catch or errant pick. And so that's pretty tough. Quarterback has to be accurate on those throws.
That was the catch on the previous play by Flowers. So 2nd and 10 for East St. Louis. Trying to get themselves back in this game before the close of the first half.
A lot of commotion at the gate, and I think that's a Malachi Tony sighting.
Open receiver, And a flag comes in late. That could be a face mask along the far sideline. Shanklin right on target to Murray and Jackson.
Be real big if East St. Louis can get points, but if they get a touchdown, that'd be even bigger for them to give them a little momentum going into that locker room.
Yeah, there's the face mask around it.
Definitely a face mask, without a doubt.
So inside the 10, the Flyers hoping to hit the scoreboard. Minute 15 to play first half. Back to the ground. Miller wrapped up from behind.
It's a good play. Another play by number 17, Ruben Cesar, and so he's having a great game. Obviously, they're going to get the ball at number 2 any way they can, and so Heritage was on point with that. And like I said, East St. Louis is going to have to come up with something else to get in this end zone.
A chant of defense here at American Heritage. Second down and goal. Shanklin steps up and now is sacked.
There you go.
Osnail Dillon, sophomore defensive end, in on that tackle.
You know, Ari, I think the quarterback really, they need to do the same thing we kind of doing with Neiman, kind of get him on the flank and roll him out where he has an option to run or throw the ball, because he seems pretty mobile, but not much movement going on in that pocket for him.
Yeah, good point, Arande. We'll see if they put that wrinkle in. Let him get some motion, get with the option with his legs. A big kid, 6'1", 190, but he can move.
Like I said, you see a lot of commotion at the front, Ari, and that's I don't know if you know in this area, but that's a Malachi Tony sighting when you see all that commotion going on.
Okay. That would be exciting for the Heritage fans and everybody in attendance.
Third down, big play, big play, big play. They'll probably go for it on fourth, but it's a big play.
Third and goal from now outside the 10 for Shanklin and the Flyers. Staying in the pocket, and it collapses on him, and he will be sacked again for the second consecutive time at the 20-yard line.
Yeah, you know, it's tough. I didn't see the pocket holding up before, and that's why I tried to urge them to put the quarterback on the run, because I know Coach Porter, when you get in the third long, any long situation, he's going to add a little pressure to the defense.
Micah Price, the junior, 6'2", 270. He's got about a dozen D1 offers already. Big sack by Price, 30 seconds remaining, and now you got to rely on your kicking team again. Hopefully you get a solid snap.
I'm not completely sold on this execution, but we'll see how it goes.
And what looked like it might be a chip shot now is backed up.
So
we'll call
I don't
it about
know if you see this, but number 2 is the center. Number 2 is the center, Ari. I don't know if you see this.
Miller can snap it well. Kick is up, and it is
no good.
No good. Wide left.
Snap was good, though.
Snap was perfect. They put Miller over there to snap. He may have to kick, too.
Hey, man, listen. If Miller knows anything about football, he's becoming, at this point, East St. Louis's Malachi Tony.
Well, the Hurricanes may be taking over, but unfortunately he's already committed to Cincinnati. Well, that is frustration for East St. Louis to come up empty there after causing a turnover, get a strong drive before the half, but unable to put points on the scoreboard. And American Heritage will bring this 14-0 lead into the locker room after one half of play from the 5th annual Broward County National High School Football Showcase.
Wrapping up in college, I really wanted to do the GA route, stay in college, always wanted to coach college football. I knew I wanted to coach football when I was a freshman in high school. And so coaching was always something that I was shooting for when my playing career was done. My playing career ended quicker than I thought it was going to end, but I wanted to go the college route and got married to my wife, and we had a baby right after I got done playing. And when I got hurt and the NFL wasn't going to be a thing, my old high school coach called me about a job. I came down here and I came to a jamboree at Mandarin High School. Told my wife I'll be the head coach at Mandarin by the time I'm 40. And 14 days after I turned 40, I got the job. Yep. There was something about it. Michael Holmes on the first play of the game of that jamboree broke a 70-yarder, and I was standing on the track, and I was going to coach at Wolfson High School. And I didn't want to coach high school because I'd watched high school in some other states, and it was so slow. And when you're coming from the college game, you're like, it's like watching grass grow. And then coming back home to Florida, you're like, well, we do it a little different down here. We're just a little bit faster than everybody else. And I was like, okay, where 4.3s are not a big thing everywhere else, we got a few of them. And so that was really it. I think every coach would say that this team is special and that. And I agree with that. What makes us unique? I think we're unique. Like so many others, I think we have a good collection of different people and different minds and different ideas and different personalities, and we're able to come together and hopefully win a lot of football games. Yeah, that's a tough question out the gate, man. I don't know what makes us unique. I know what makes us us, and what us is a common goal to see Mandarin be as good as it possibly can be. I would hope the identity of the program is a well-coached, well-disciplined team that plays hard until triple zeros are on. I think some games we get that better than other games. But we're always going to try to be a player-led team, and I think that gets misconstrued a little bit. I think when people see player-led, they think that the kids are making decisions and stuff like, no, I want to see our players hold each other accountable. I don't want to be the one that talks about being late. I don't want to be the one that talks about turning in your stuff the correct way. I want the kids to regulate themselves and have enough respect for each other. We say this a lot, talk to each other, not at each other. And that's what I hope our identity is young men coming up to, one, better our community, better the United States of America, and also make Mandarin the absolute best place in Florida to play football.
All right, Bryson, so tell me first of all about this play. Let's go through it. What do you remember the most about this play we're looking at here?
I just remember the DB being in front of me. He was off, so I had ran up, gave him like a little outside. I had a go ball, so I gave him an outside release. Then just went up on both of the defenders, and just caught the ball.
Now, your huddle's got a lot of plays. I'm just going to say that, but this is the first one of your huddle. Why is that the first play on your huddle and the one you remember?
It was two defenders, and I had just went up and caught it over them, so I just put it at the first one, catch radius.
What does that say about your game?
What, that one?
That play. What does that first play? What does that say about you?
It just say a lot. It just say that no matter, like, if it's more than one defender, it's no, like, you got to double team me. If it's one defender, that's not enough.
Now, I got a chance to talk to your quarterback before this, and we went through that play, and he said, there's not a lot for me to talk about because Bryson just wanted the ball. Now, how true is that?
Nah, in that moment, I did want the ball. I ain't gonna lie, I did, and he put it on the money, and it worked out.
I was a receiver.
Yeah.
We want the ball at all times of the game. I get it.
Yeah.
But this is one of those times that it just looks like it was your ball no matter what was going to happen.
I had to come down with that. I had told him I needed it, so I had to come down with it no matter what.
Okay. So what's your favorite route to run, the whole route tree?
Probably either a go ball or like a slant or a post.
And your quarterback loves throwing posts, so I guess it's a good thing both of you like posts. That's a good thing.
Yeah, he do like throwing posts.
At what point did you realize football was something that you loved and was going to be something you did?
It was like youth football when I found out I had the love for the game. Like, I had to play travel youth football. So like when I was doing that, I was going crazy, and like, so like around that time.
You play both sides of the ball, play receiver. We looked at a side, the offensive side, but which side of the ball do you like best? Offense, defense?
Oh, offense for sure.
Offense for sure, okay. And why offense?
Just cause I like mossing people. No, actually I do like defense though. I do like people don't really watch my defense, but I do like defense. I like coming down. I like hitting. I do like defense. I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
I always played both sides, like ever since I was a little kid.
If somebody sees this play and it's the only play they see of you, what does it say about your game and who you are?
Oh, it just say that it take more than one person to guard me, and I can catch. Like, I got a good catch radius.
Take me back through that play. You tell me what you remember most about that play.
Sure. I remember me being on the hash. My coach always told me if the running back, if it's outside zone, I got to fill in this gap right there. So I'll show you the play. You just see me coming down. Right when I see him coming outside, it's outside zone, already snapping, I know the play. So I'll say I was just coming down and I'll just make a play. I'm a hitter, so I'm going to try to do what I got to do. I made a fumble, and what people don't really know, I ended up picking the ball back up. So I got a fumble recovery for it.
So you forced fumble and fumble recovery.
Yes, sir. So I was just being me. That's what I like to do, come down, stick my nose in the place, and that's what I'm always do. So I take that's the play right there.
Right before that play, what was going through your mind?
Shoot. I ain't really know what's outside zone until I really seen this tackle try to block down on my DN, so I know that he's trying to seal him, so I gotta come fit right there. So I'm coming down, I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you for sure. I'm a physical player, and that's what I like to do.
When Coach sees that clip that's the only clip he sees you, what is he gonna know about you?
That I stick my nose in places, and I know where the right run fit at. Everybody that going there, everybody that come like down on the curve, but me, I took a straight angle and I met him where he at, and I had to stop him in his track.
How important is it for you to understand what a coach is asking of you and make sure that happens on every single play?
Shoot, I'd say just trusting my coach, knowing my coach gonna always put me in the right spot at the right time, so just trusting him and doing what he asked me to do best. Like he said, I'm one of the best athletes he ever coached around, so I got to show him that. And us going through film, we always watch that outside zone. He told me every time, he said 4. Stick your nose in there every time for outside run. That's what I'm going to do for him. I'm always going through a brick wall for my coach.
My success in football has never been because of X's and O's. Everybody understands that. Everybody has philosophy. Everybody has X's and O's. Everybody knows more football than the next man. You can go to all these, you want to learn to call plays, you can go online nowadays and look at calling plays or what play you want to call. I'm going to have kids believing they can run through a wall, and they're going to love me. I'm going to make sure they know that I love them, they love me. I'm not the nicest person all the time, but they know that there's love behind that, the yelling. There's not, you got them guys that just beat people down. No, my kids love me. When they're done there to come off, we're going to talk. We're going to, kids are going to be kids. But at some point, they want to feel good. They want to feel safe. Not everybody has a father. Not everybody has a mom. You know what I'm saying? So when you come around, coaches have to understand. Coaches forgot that we are the father figures. We are raising the best kids for America of the future. We are a part of that. I just texted one of the kids who's on a visit this morning. I said, I'm proud of you, bro. He's like, Coach, why am I? I'm like, because you're doing it. Like, you're living the dream, like where everybody wants you. Everybody's poking you. You're like this now. Getting, Coach, everybody loves you. They're all your friends now. They'll be careful with that because, fake love is real. And so you got to be careful. But just give kids a belief. And I make, like I said, my biggest power of my life has been bringing the best out in a kid, and the kid thinking that they're invincible because they got a guy that loves them behind them. It's crazy because I swear to you, I was okay with never being a head coach in high school. Everybody thought, oh, I got job offers every year. And I was okay with being next to Rack. Rack's my mentor. Rack put a lot into me, but every coach I've been around in my life, there's things that you're going to take. There's things that you don't want to take. You learn how to be your own man. So it was time. I just didn't think it was time then. But my son looked at me and was like, Dad, it's time, Dad. You need to go do this. You got to do this, Dad. It's for my senior year, Dad. Please do it for me. So my son was a big part of why I left. And it was, he's like, go home, let's go home, Dad, let's go home. That's my home, ain't your home. But it's his home now, you know what I mean? But my son made me do this. And not made me literally, but he gave me a vision of believing it can happen. Best decision I made.
How are you feeling about going into tomorrow's showcase? It's definitely your biggest event that you have.
It's year 5. I've never imagined it would be what it is today, and I'm just blessed for the opportunity with the Broward Education Foundation, Broward County Public Schools, BCAA. Dave and Buster's here hosted an amazing event with their first school coming in from out of town. And it's just giving opportunities for the kids. So I'm excited.
Yeah. At what point did you realize that it could become something so big and so important?
After the first kickoff.
Yeah.
The first kickoff of the very first year, when I got the goosebumps and almost broke down.
Aww.
That's what it was all about.
Yes.
Because I just, the build up and then actually for it to start.
Yeah.
Because I was stressed out, trying to put this on. And then,
100%.
like I said, first kickoff was at Western High School. And I just remember I had to get away from people.
Yeah, and the fact that you can remember it means it was definitely special to you. Yeah. Do you still feel stressed or pressured when running it today, even after the 5 years?
Stressed every day, but at the end of the day, it's well worth it.
Yeah.
I've assembled a great team. You know, Coach Brandon Graham's done an amazing job with media, Beacon TV especially. Just being able to have 2 games on ESPN and Beacon doing 7 games. I mean, that's a huge undertaking. And it's turned out great. You got instant replay. How many schools have instant replay? But Beacon and Coach Graham pulled that off. So that's huge.
Yeah. So what has been your favorite part about being such a big involvement in this event?
Well, when Dr. Perry came to me back in 2018, I never dreamt that it would turn into what it is today. And I think the greatest thing that I enjoy about it is the opportunity to meet new people, give the student athletes a college bowl experience that 10, 15, 30 years from now, hopefully they remember playing in it, and that it being a positive experience and memory for them.
Yeah.
And getting to meet people like you for the very first time, that's what it's all about. It's about relationships and really building a bond to make not only the showcase the very best in the country, but also make sure that our partners feel appreciated and the people that bring value to what we do get a good return on their investment.
What do you think is going to be different about this year's event and showcase compared to the last 4 years that you've been doing this?
9 games.
Yes, a lot of games, I've heard.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that?
Brandon Graham's super excited. He's going to have an amazing Friday.
Yeah.
No, we're, I mean, it's grown. It's just, you know, they're calling us now wanting to play, whereas the first year we were doing outreach just to see if there would be any genuine interest. But I think we're a national brand now and a go-to for the week 1 or week 2 with tremendous matchups and talent and just really a sunshine, South Florida, Broward County experience.
Yeah, I'm sure that can also be overwhelming though, and a lot of pressure can come from that, especially being one of the main people for this event. Like, how do you kind of deal with that?
Oh, I love it.
You love it? You love the pressure?
Yeah, I enjoy pressure.
Yes.
But every year's gotten easier because we've built a team. You know, the first year it was maybe a handful of us. Now there's 25 of us, and that makes me feel really good because what we did is we built something that a lot of people that are great individuals want to be a part of it, and we can be very selective on who we want around us. Someone like yourself, great first impression. You know, we want to build on that and make sure that you get an opportunity to learn and grow and be a part of this as well. So it's that kind of approach, that's that kind of mentality and attitude. You know, just you know, build on it, and then someday when it's time for me to step aside, that it will continue going through the younger generation.
And we are back here, Broward County National High School Football Showcase, the 5th annual, that is. American Heritage, the Patriots leading 14-0 over the visiting East St. Louis, Illinois Flyers. Flyers coming in ranked 24th in the country off of a big-time victory over a tough Mount Carmel team out of the Chicago area who was on a 19-game winning streak. They put up 42 points in that game, the Flyers did, and that was primarily without Myson Johnson-Cook, their 5-star running back who has committed to Auburn. He is not available again here tonight. But they are scoreless after one half of play, Aronde. They've had a couple opportunities, had the ball in the red zone twice, turned it over once, got stymied, the quarterback got sacked a couple times, and then unable to convert on a field goal, and they've got the big goose egg up on the scoreboard as we begin the second half.
Yeah, this, coming out of the half, this is going to be big for the Flyer defense. They have to put a stop together. Like I said, hopefully the coaches got the players back up and ready to go. They did have a few chances to put the ball in the end zone and didn't come away with points. That fumble hurt by number 2. But I think the defense is in a good spot. They've been playing good defense now. Heritage has got 14 points, but that was from a miscue on special teams. So look like East St. Louis is ready to go, and let's see what happens.
Well, good news if you're a Flyer fan is you're only down 2 scores.
Right.
You get a touchdown and build some momentum, and you feel like you got a very good shot at winning this game. Again, this is on American Heritage home field in front of the home crowd. East St. Louis has traveled well. Immense amount of support and fans here for this Flyer program. And if they do something positive and get their crowd behind them, that could ignite this team. A flag on the opening kickoff in the second half. But you feel this first possession extremely important, particularly for this East St. Louis team.
Definitely, because I think if American Heritage can go down and score, now you're down 3 scores. That's pretty tough to come back from. But if they can hold them, like you said, two touchdown scores, not insurmountable with number 2 and the quarterback that they have. So it's going to be a big defensive stance and a good big possession, but for both teams. If it's Heritage, you want to score. If it's East St. Louis, you can't let them score.
And Heritage will have to begin this second half possession from the 10-yard line. A little confusion in the backfield and a rare running play. Neiman Lawrence, some miscommunication and just scrambled out of there for a loss on the first down. And we're going to send it down to the sideline with Caitlin Taylor.
I've had the chance to talk with head coach Mike Smith of American Heritage, and he emphasized the importance of playing like it's still 0-0. He also emphasized to keep the intensity up going into the second half. As for East St. Louis, they definitely are looking for a way to put points up on the board. Back to you, Ari.
Good reporting, Caitlin. We appreciate it. And a first down, a strike over the middle delivered by Neiman Lawrence. And out of trouble are the Patriots.
Good play, good route by Michael Stringer, good catch. Way to get your yards and get upfield. Hold on to the ball with both hands and get on down. I don't know if you know this, Ari, but Caitlin is a pretty good football player herself. She plays flag football and is a captain and a pretty good wide receiver on her team as well.
I did not know that. Just an excellent job reporting from the sideline. Over the middle, not much there, and fortunate for the Patriots that wasn't a pick. But speaking of flag football, Rondé Gadsden, now the is it president of the Fort Lauderdale United Flag League?
Just a commissioner.
Commissioner, okay.
Yes, we started the Flag Football League over here at Nova Southeastern, the Fort Lauderdale United Flag League. We have our all-girls team league playing right now. Actually, tomorrow morning we have 3 games at 9, 10, and 11. Come out and see some good girls flag football. We have a free agent with 12 through 12 through 18. You can register online at FortLauderdaleUnited.com, and we're trying to put something together, trying to ride the wave. This flag football thing has gotten big, especially with the girls getting Division I scholarships and the Olympics having flag football in 2028. And so we thought if South Florida's a breeding ground for tackle football, they got to be the breeding ground for flag football as well. And so we're just starting. It's our first year. We're excited about it. Got a lot of my Dolphin teammates over there helping me out. And so if you're looking for some good flag football, get your kid out and don't have them on the iPad or the iPhone.
Get away from the screens for a while.
Yeah. Sign them up for some
and where do they sign up again, Aronde?
FortLauderdaleUnited.com flag football.
Okay. That's a great opportunity for the female athletes. Growing in popularity and great news to be part of the Olympics.
I think the Division I scholarship is a big thing.
It sure is. Second down running play. And all the way out to the 46-yard line. Big gap. Marcus Smith, the senior, hitting it hard and cruising for an American Heritage first down.
That's the coach's son, so he knows the plays. He knows what to do when he gets the ball in his hand. And so good run by him. Look like number 3 is a little gimpy, so Marcus Smith is going to probably carry the load here in this second half.
Yeah, Tremaine Mullen was shaken up. Tremaine ran for 19 yards on 6 carries in the first half, including a touchdown. They go right back to Smith, who's got some quick feet as he carries over the 50-yard line and into East St. Louis territory.
That's a pretty good play on first down. They can get that every time. It's going to be tough on East St. Louis. Like I say, I see a little hands on the hips, Ari. I see a few hands on the hips for the East St. Louis players. It's still a little humid.
Yeah, it's not going to get any easier in this humidity. Late August in South Florida. And out in the flat, another first down for the Patriots. It's the big tight end, Robert Outler, a.k.a. B.J. Outler. It was your man Strenger who collected 55 yards receiving in the first half on 3 catches, including a touchdown. But plenty of options for Neiman Lawrence to throw to.
I think that's what that was the big deal coming into the season, that American Heritage would have a lot of weapons. And besides Stringer and Proctor, you have a few other guys out there ready to take the mantle and keep it going. But Robert Outler looking pretty good right now.
Ooh, dangerous, nearly picked off. Well read there by Philip White. Western Illinois offer on the table for White, and if he would have made that interception, he might have been off for the races for the pick 6.
Like I say, those slants are pretty tricky. Either you can get them and score a touchdown, or they can get them and score a touchdown. So the quarterback has to be on point. But the good thing is, Ari, that's why they play DB, because they can't catch.
That's right. Spoken like a true wide receiver.
Absolutely.
Second and 10 for Lawrence. Here comes the blitz, able to unload and complete the pass. Really hanging in there, knowing that he was going to take a hit. Neiman Lawrence.
Good job by Neiman. Just hang in there, look down the barrel, and deliver the ball to Michael Stringer. So that low connection is starting to heat up. The defense is on the field for a long time, and like I said, those hands on those hips, and unfortunately, unless they can come up with a stop or a turnover, it's going to be tough on East St. Louis.
Is that the one of the things that college recruiters are looking for? You look at a QB like Lawrence, 6'2", 200. Obviously, he's got the arm strength, but the ability to take a hit. I mean, with his build and his physicality, looks like he could take some punishment back there.
Yeah, no, he's a well-built kid. And realistically, he's just a junior, right? So he has another whole year to develop. if that's what he chooses to do. But obviously, college coaches want to look at his composure, and he's been composed all night, even when it was 0-0. And so I think, like I said, good quarterbacks, their attitude and the way they carry themselves is kind of contagious. And if he's calm, the team will stay calm under duress.
Here comes the blitz again, trying to pressure Lawrence, but he's got that ability to unload quickly. He feels the pressure well, and they're going to move the sticks again, hitting Stringer on the perimeter yet again.
Tell you, that connection is heating up. I think they made an effort in the locker room to say, hey, look, let's get the ball to this guy, and Neiman is throwing the ball on time. Nothing you can do to stop that. He didn't even turn around yet, and the ball was already in the air. Nothing you really can do to stop that.
Markham just shy. 3rd and short for Neiman Lawrence. Trips to his left. It's Smith knifing through for a first down, Patriots. Now you look at some of these big-time recruits and others with offers to smaller schools, Rondé Gatson, you starred in the NFL for the Cowboys, the Dolphins, amongst others, but you went to Winston-Salem State. So, not exactly a Power 4 school. What's your advice for these kids who aren't necessarily being recruited by the Power 4 conferences and the mid-majors or smaller?
Well, persistency pays off. You couldn't tell me that Winston-Salem State at the time wasn't Alabama. It was big-time football to me. I just did my job. Like I tell my son, even keep chopping wood. They can't stop you. They can't stop.
To the end zone.
Persistency pays off. I think if you put in hard work, it'll beat out talent most of the time. And so these kids just got to keep playing. We tell the kids all the time when I coach here, you can't like it. You got to love it. Football's a little different than every other sport because of, it's the best team game in the world. One person off, whole 11 is off. And so, because of what we have to do to prepare for the game with the equipment and everything we have, you can't like it. You got to love it. And so if you love playing the game and you work hard, good things will happen no matter where you are. My college coach at Winston-Salem State told me, talent's like murder. They'll find you sooner or later. And so I kept that in my mind. I kept working hard, and it kind of panned out.
It kind of did for you, that's for sure. Flag is down. Solid play by Amari Coleman to knock that would-be touchdown pass in the corner down on the previous play. That running play here for Heritage. Gets him inside the 10. Going to line up here at the left hash. Lawrence with Smith to his left.
Pretty long drive, Ari. Just had the ball. I think it's almost half of the quarter. 6 minutes left. And so that's going to be tough for East St. Louis. The offense has been on the sideline for a while.
Smith again slithering through inside the 5. He's elusive, isn't he? A slippery back.
I think Heritage is doing the reverse. The pass has opened up the run. I think they threw the ball to Stringer effectively. Neiman has been on target to his wide receivers, and so now the East St. Louis defense is spread out. And now Marcus Smith is gashing them.
Smith to the right of Lawrence. Lawrence rolling that way. Looks to the corner of the end zone. And we have a signal. I believe he was out of bounds when that catch was made. It was Proctor over there. And let him a little bit too far.
I just don't know why they just don't just throw it up. Like it's,
right.
it's like put everybody else on one side and leave number 5 backside by itself, and throw a jump ball. You know, if they
He's
don't
6'6".
yeah, he's 6'6". I don't have a 6'6" DB. I don't see it out there.
Nope.
So you know, it's what I would do, but I'm just in this box with you, Ari.
Well, we're happy to have you, that's for sure, Rondé.
Thank you.
Everybody in the press box, they're putting their 2 cents in. A legend here in the Miami area, and particularly here at American Heritage.
For sure. It's some good years here, and so we're going to continue to keep it going. And
we'll take the hydration break, and much needed for East St. Louis.
Much needed for East St. Louis. I even feel bad for the crowd over there. They hadn't had anything
Get them
to
some
cheer
water
for.
too while we're at it.
They hadn't had anything to cheer about. They look as defeated as some of the players, and so hopefully they can get something to cheer about. They did do a good job of following their team and supporting. I'm not sure if they have started school yet, but they took the ride to support their kids, and that's a big thing, and I'm happy for them.
We'll see if East St. Louis can come up with a big play defensively here in the red zone. There was a red zone fumble early in this game with the Flyers driving, threatening to score first in this one. It turned the momentum into the Patriots' favor. Will it be a turnover or a big play defensively to spark the Flyers now? They need it. It's now halfway through the third.
Yeah, when the offense has a long drive like this, it is kind of deflating to the defense because they don't know exactly where it's coming from. And Heritage has been as effective running and passing the ball.
So second and goal, looks like about the 8-yard line. Lawrence over the middle and nearly picked off. That was an opportunity for the Flyers to make a big play.
I mean, that ball had some heat on it. Like I'm running the crossing route. I'm only 3 yards from the ball. No need to throw it that hard. And so I think that's, you know, I'm trying to navigate through all the trash, and the ball came pretty hard. You can see it there, hits him on the helmet. I don't even think Proctor saw the ball.
It's third and goal from the 8. So timeout, Coach Smith.
Play's got to get in a little quicker. I think he had like 2 seconds on the play clock, so I had to use a timeout. That's difficult if the game becomes close because now you've already used one timeout in the second half.
That hydration break seemed to stall this Patriots surge a little bit, so it did come at the right time for multiple reasons for the Flyers.
Got to go with one of your good plays right here on third down, 3rd and 8, getting the end zone. You know, I don't know what Coach Smith's philosophy is. He could just run the ball and line it up for a field goal, or he could try to get in the end zone.
Well, if they do have that fade to the 6'6" Proctor in the corner, you would think now would be the time to bring it out.
Definitely. Or Neiman could run an off-script play for the quarterback.
We'll see what the decision is. Lawrence looking left, now reverses, throwing over the middle of the end zone, and it is caught. Was he in? Touchdown, Patriots.
To the 6'6" wide receiver. Like, I didn't know why that took so long to get the ball to Proctor.
Yeah, throw it up where only he can reach it.
Right. called a goalpost play. We throwing it at the middle of the goalpost. Nobody jumping that high with him.
Here's a good look at it, Rondé. Buying time here, Lawrence did a nice job.
Jump, nobody jumped beside Proctor. They can't get up that high.
No.
And so good job by, obviously, Neiman buying them some time and throwing up the ball. And I know Proctor's been looking for that. And so hopefully that keeps him involved, because as a receiver, you don't want to get shut out. You want to get your hands on the ball at some point. And they tried to get him a few balls, didn't work out. And so I know he's excited about that. And so now we have to see how East St. Louis responds.
I believe that we have offsides here. American Heritage trying to get this extra point right for the first time tonight.
Seems like both teams, when they get back to work on probably Tuesday, they're going to have to work on some special teams.
Yeah. So Matei certainly got the leg. They just need to execute the snap, the hold. Well, what a statement by American Heritage out of the locker room. Started this drive from their own 10.
It was a long drive. How many plays was that? Do we know?
Kick is up. Line drives it through the uprights, and it's 21-0. Unfortunately, we don't have those statistics available. But yeah, it was lengthy, wasn't it, Arande? And now under 6 minutes, so over half of this third quarter. Clock eaten up by that long drive by the Patriots. They put 7 up on the scoreboard, and things are getting even more challenging for this Flyer team.
Coach is going to have to come up with something. I think as a player, when you're out there, it's 21-0. You know you're going to have to make something happen, and this is when, I hate to say it, this is when turnovers happen, when players start to press. Like I said, in some of these predicaments, it's not about the athletes you have. It's about how the coaches get you prepared for these situations. I know you do them in practice, and maybe on a Thursday you have situations, but this is when you got to put it from practice field to the real field. But somehow or another, if East St. Louis has any chance, they need to put some points on the board.
So they're going to get to kick it from the 45 of East St. Louis. Now, do you insert a possible onside kick now with this type of field to play with if you're Heritage? See what they elect to do. And they just boot it out of here and give the Flyers no chance on the return.
No chance. I wouldn't either. I'd pin them as deep as I could.
This National Football Showcase bringing together some of the nation's premier high school football programs. This is a week of elite competition and a showcase of the country's top emerging talent. Brandon Graham's done a great job, traveling to these schools, getting background and media on each program.
Great job by everybody involved, Beacon Sports, the producers, everybody. And so we're just happy that we can have this type of football, that everybody can get this exposure.
The Broward Education Foundation, again, browardfoundation.org, President and CEO James Knapp, Director, Co-founder Sean Serra, Director, Co-founder Dr. Kevin Perry. What a job they've done putting this showcase together. Also, we got to shout out Dave Brousseau, also media coordinator. He gives us all the background on teams. It's not exactly easy. You can't go to their websites and garner a bunch of information like big-time colleges.
Right.
You got to dig.
And so, somebody's done the groundwork. Very impressive to find out everybody involved in the organization, the school, and the players. And so Shouts out to everybody that's done their job.
So 3rd and short. Shanklin went 10 for 20 in the first half, 147 yards passing. Some movement here, so this is going to push them back. And instead of 3rd and short.
Going to be tough, Ari, with penalties. You know, it's already tough enough you're down 3 scores with penalties. Don't help East St. Louis at all.
They're do-it-all back, and player Ronnie Gomiller had 6 rushes for 17 yards. Through the air, Jackson, that's Morian Jackson, 3 receptions, 53 yards in the first half. Pressure on Shanklin. Steps up, throws against his body. A pass complete and a first down run. Outstanding work by Reese Shanklin. Finding Jamori Ware.
Pretty good job by the quarterback. We've been giving Neiman praise on the way he's been moving and throwing the ball, but that was a pretty good throw by Shanklin across his body. You know, everybody tells you don't run right, throw left, but he did a good job of it. Connected with his receiver, and he got upfield and got a first down.
To the outside, nearly picked off a dangerous pass. Not sure that was deliberately thrown towards the outside.
Yeah, no, number 6 and 0. Jaden and Mr. Brown, they had a beat on it. They jumped it. Glad it fell harmlessly to the ground for East St. Louis.
Those 2 guys have been all over the field defensively for the Patriots. So penalty. Oh, Caitlin Taylor is with Frank Damon, sideline.
I am here with the Executive Director of the Florida High School Athletic Association, Craig Damon. How does it feel that one of the biggest showcases is held here in Florida?
It's great. You know, Dr. Perry does a great job putting this event on. Has done it for numerous years, and try to come down there and we support him.
And how have you seen Florida football grow and evolve throughout your years of being the executive director?
Florida football is the best in the country, the best in the world. I mean, we have the best talent here in the state, and our teams, coaches, and our teams do a great job of coming out and competing. And it's great to have Dr. Perry putting this event together to give our teams a chance to compete against teams from across the country.
Yes, thank you for your time. Back to you, Ari.
Thank you, Caitlin. Injured player.
Yes, it's still humid out there, and you know that's why we need hydration breaks, whether they stop the momentum or not. But you see players starting to cramp, and unfortunately, it's our players. The East St. Louis players seem to be okay, except on that long drive Heritage had on the score. But hopefully we can get them some pickle juice and get them up and going and get them ready to go again.
Jabal Sheard was talking about that pickle juice. He had a jar up in the press box in MacArthur High School, I think. It was a little hot up in the press box, so we need the pickle juice even broadcast.
You gotta stay hydrated in this situation, especially you think it's night, it's cooled down a little bit, but no, the humidity, and especially on that turf. Turf may be a little 7 to 10 degrees hotter than it is for everyone else.
That's Jalen Roll, the safety, junior. Able to walk off, so maybe he gets hydrated. He can possibly return. 4 minutes to play third quarter. Here comes the blitz, setting up a screen, and it's knocked down by J-Tone Thomas, 6'2" senior linebacker.
That's a tough call for East St. Louis to run a screen on 3rd and 1. Just know I don't think they have enough faith in the O-line to get the 1 yard, but it seems like they're going to go for it here on 4th down.
You like this move? I think you have to, right? 4th and 1 from the 45-yard line. Flyers have to have it trailing by 3 touchdowns. Shanklin takes off. He's got it easy as he just falls down to the 50.
Good job by the mobile quarterback. I don't know why they don't do that a little bit more. He in essence becomes the second running back in the backfield, and they need a little bit more of that right now.
I completely agree with you. I think you have to. Without Myson Johnson-Cook, the Auburn recruit at running back, that leaves just Go Miller. And Shanklin's ability to move. He is certainly agile and mobile. Looking to run again. Escapes the rush, slides down for a pickup of 4. He is really quick coming out of that pocket.
Yeah, that's why I'm just asking them just to do a few rollouts to the wide side. He can make the decision whether to throw it or run it, because, you know, they're eating up clock too with what they're doing, not throwing it.
Shanklin fires over the middle, has his man right on the money. Gorgeous pass into the awaiting arms of Jamarian Flowers.
That was an unstoppable situation right there. The ball was on time. As soon as the wide receiver looked up, the ball was there. Good ball by Shanklin. Okay, East St. Louis got something going. Seems like they're going to put some points on the board here.
Inside the 20. Through the middle, pounding forward is Chris Jackson, freshman running back. Looks like he's going to be a good one. Jackson stays in the game. Shanklin looking his direction. Now will go to the end zone and overthrows.
He had his man open.
Yeah,
he just had to take a little bit off. See, they got Shanklin still just standing in there. You need to go ahead and just move around. I think he should.
A 3rd and 7. You figure 2 down territory. Maybe get Shanklin at the designed run again. Let's see. Goes out to the flat. Flag is down. So this is going to come back as all the way to the 1 yard line. But I think we've got a hold here, Rondé.
Well, hopefully it's not roughing the passer. Holding would be okay for Heritage. Roughing the passer would be good for East St. Louis. Yep, roughing the passer.
Yeah, you called it, so it is roughing the passer.
Oh, got him low.
Got him low.
Yep,
Dangerous hit. And that was Go Miller all the way down to the 1.
Number
so
2.
The Flyers
number 2
set up
is your guy.
At the 1.
These are sometimes where I get a little nervous on the shotgun.
Stood up right at the goal line. Did he cross it?
Was touchdown called?
Yeah. They didn't signal, but touchdown Flyers. And finally, the East St. Louis faithful can rise to their feet and cheer.
Listen, they needed that score, and they got it now. Play a little defense and maybe get a turnover and make this a game. But they have to stop the Heritage offense from having another, 12-play drive.
So the question is, who was going to help Gomiller? Need this extra point, too. They got it. It was the freshman Chris Jackson out of the backfield. And Jamarian Flowers through the air. So East St. Louis, their first score of this game comes with 1 minute and 39 seconds remaining in the third period. They answer American Heritage touchdown in this third quarter.
So now it's time to see what American Heritage can do for the response. And so hopefully everybody executes on special teams, and then we'll see what Neiman Lawrence and his group has ready to go.
Word's getting out that Arande's up here. OG's in the press box.
Yeah.
We have to sell tickets.
That's Earl Little's dad. So Earl Little at Ohio State right now. And so, like I said, we there's a standard set, and definitely everybody adheres to it. You're right. The kicker has a good leg.
Yeah, he's got a big leg. He sends that into the end zone for a touchback. And now let's see if East St. Louis can build on that touchdown score, come up with a stop, and get that ball back.
Let's see. Let's make it an interesting game. And so if the defense can hold up, but then Heritage has to call some plays to get downfield as well. But it's 1:39 left in the third quarter, and this is every series from now on is big for East St. Louis.
American Heritage, their side would love to put together a drive like they had out of the locker room at halftime when they ate up half of the third quarter and came up with 7. A fumble, picking it up. Lawrence in trouble, still able to complete the pass, which goes for a first down. And there is that playmaking ability of Neiman Lawrence.
That's pretty good by Neiman Lawrence. That's pretty good. It was a fumble and looked like he was about to throw it out of bounds, but then he saw a receiver. Oh, there's a flag on the play.
Illegal man downfield. We also have a man on the field who appears to be cramping.
That would definitely happen.
Marquand Manuel, a receiver who's committed to Dartmouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's using that American Heritage education.
There you go. There you go. There you go. Put it to work. Put it to work. So, merit scholars is a big thing here, and they preach about the academics as well. And so, good for him. Good for him to get a good education and play some football. So, hopefully, this is a cramp for one of the East St. Louis players. You don't want to see any injuries. But I think he'll get up and be all right.
We've got an injury timeout here. Other games going on this evening in the National Football Showcase here in Broward County. Coconut Creek is taking on True North. That is at Coconut Creek High School. Over at MacArthur High School, they're hosting Western versus Pine Creek out of Colorado. And Archbishop McCarthy High School hosting Jacksonville Bulls. Well, what a lineup it is on a Friday night here in Broward County.
We had some good battles a few years ago with Jacksonville Bulls. I think They had, what was the quarterback name? The backup quarterback for San Francisco. Went to Alabama, and so they had some good teams as well, but just happy to see football's back. Matt Jones.
Yeah, back on Friday night, Saturdays, Sundays. We'll take it any day of the week. Lawrence scrambling. Floats that up just too far in front. Looking for.
Good. That East St. Louis defense is holding up. Holding up. A big third down for American Heritage at least.
Marcus Smith comes back on the field.
Okay, let's see what happens. It has to give some Neiman Lawrence magic going on here.
Lawrence looks left, sets up a screen over the middle. Good coverage by this Flyer defense.
Yeah, good play by them. And so now, let's see what happens. We have
3rd and 20 now.
American Heritage has to execute. I don't think you have a 3rd and 16 play. But, cramping by the East St. Louis players now.
It looked like they had a little middle screen set up well, but Caleb Brown, 6'2" senior, dropped back in his coverage. He read it all the way.
Sniffed it out. Good job by him.
And late game cramping.
We knew it'd be an issue.
Oh, yeah. Late August in this area.
Yeah. On a clean night, full moon night, of course.
That is painful. Try to loosen up that leg.
Look like he's got a little bit more going on than a cramp, but he's getting up, and so that's a good thing. Clap it up, clap it up.
On his feet, that is number 54. Caleb Brown got a Western Illinois offer. The St. Louis out of the state of Illinois, of course.
Hey, look, they're number 24 in the country. I mean, that's pretty good.
Third and long. Empty backfield, 5 receivers out there for Neiman Lawrence.
They're putting it all on Neiman's shoulder and see what they can do.
It looks like they're not going to run a play here. Wind the clock down. Of the third quarter, each team producing a touchdown in the third. So it is 21-7 after 3 quarters of play here at Bill Laurie Field at American Heritage. All right, welcome back. Start of the fourth quarter. We're going right downfield to Caitlin. Caitlin Taylor.
I'm here with Dr. Kevin Perry, the architect of this whole showcase. I want to know how it feels knowing how big this entire showcase has come within the past 5 years.
I could never dream that it is what it is today with the amount of people here, amount of people at the games, celebrities, former athletes coming back. It's just a whole other monster right now.
And what is it like having the first ever Midwest team here in the showcase?
Being that I coached in Michigan, so you got to represent the Midwest. It's something I always strive for. It's great football there. A lot of people don't know about it in South Florida. So this is a great matchup.
And finally, do moments like this and big games like this ever get old for you?
Never, and it never will. It's all about the experience for the kids. Every single snap, something happens. A kid's dream, a kid's wish could come true. So that's what it's all about. So every snap is a brand new feeling.
Yes. Thank you so much. Back to you, Ari.
Great job, Caitlin. And breaking free. Watch out. Stringer. He gone.
Michael Stringer.
What a way to start the fourth quarter. And the Patriots have lit a fuse. Michael Stringer on 3rd and 20. Busting free. Taking it all the way to the house.
Pretty good job by Michael Stringer to break through. Like I told you, those slants could either work one or two ways. He came underneath and caught the ball in the middle and split the two safeties and was off to the races.
Yeah, right there, splitting the two defenders, as you point out, Aronde, and they weren't going to catch him now.
No. He put on the afterburners. He ran out his rat tail, so you know he was moving pretty fast. Good job by the Heritage offense. This kills the momentum of the East St. Louis Flyers at this point.
Extra point is in by Matei. And what a way to pounce on your opponent right at the beginning of the fourth quarter. 3rd and 20. You hit him up for an 80-yard touchdown pass. And talk about demoralizing for East St. Louis. It was good to hear from Dr. Kevin Perry, a co-founder of this event.
Sometimes, Ari, it's tough because, it's 3rd and 20 and you don't know whether to play a prevent sort of defense or press them or, what to do. But when a guy catches the ball in the middle, you got to get him on the ground.
Matei to kick off, and now the Flyers, you need a big play here. Pretty quickly, down 3 touchdowns.
So they got to speed it up a little bit. You got to have a little sense of urgency going on for East St. Louis.
So Stringer now with 7 catches, 185 yards and 2 touchdowns.
That's a day.
Lawrence is 21 for 33, 318 yards with 3 TDs, Aronde.
That's a day. That's a day for both of them. I think Stringer has committed to smaller school, Western Kentucky, I think.
Western Kentucky.
Yeah, they're pretty good. But I think if he continues to play 7 for 185 and 2 touchdowns,
right. Some bigger offers coming in.
Yeah, he may be moving on up. He may be part of the Jeffersons. He may be moving on up here in a little bit.
He's got that look of a big-time program wide receiver. Take nothing away from Western Kentucky. Shanklin is caught from behind. Terrific effort by big number 34, Micah Price. Price has had a solid game. He's going to be a good one at the next level as well. Just a junior, 6'2", 270.
He ran him down. That's a good motive by the D-line. I think that's what scouts want to see the most. he ran the quarterback down on a rollout. So
yeah,
that's pretty
so
good
not
for
just the
D-line.
speed, but the desire, right?
Oh, threw it to the ref.
Yep.
Catch it,
Oh,
ref.
I think we have another roughing the quarterback here.
Another roughing the passer. Uh-oh. I think Heritage is knowing they have to pass, sending a little heat, and some of the D linemen are getting a little overzealous.
Well, what you mentioned, Rondé, is interesting. If you're a recruiter, you know, there's plenty of good athletes out there, but kids with motors.
Right.
I mean, and that tells you can work with them, you know. And
Yeah, no, I think that sets you apart.
Yeah.
I think if we got two guys that are, you know, equal 6'4", 210, you're going to take the one with the motor. No, he can go all day. I think that definitely, especially on the defense side of the ball, that definitely helps.
Shanklin, nice throw, wide open receiver. Stops on a dime, loses the defender.
Good ball.
An impressive play out there by LeRon Baker Jr.
East St. Louis is coming up with some better plays than they had this first half, and you know it's got them down the field a little bit. So penalty didn't hurt. The roughing the passer.
I was going to say, if you're Coach Mike
yards.
Smith and their staff, they got to be shaking their head. They had him deep in their territory, and that roughing the quarterback changes momentum, but that pass thrown behind the intended target.
Yep. Like you said, they had him pinned back deep, and because of the roughing the passer penalty, got him 15 yards, and then the wide receiver caught one for 22 yards. So kind of tough to hold up when that's happening.
Shanklin near side with Gomiller here. Gomiller stumbles down after a healthy pickup. Talk about an engine.
Listen,
this
he's
Ronnie
had
Gomiller.
a day. He's had a day. Gomiller's had a day. And like I say, if they had these plays in the first half to take a little pressure off him, I think, you know, they'd probably be a little bit better into this game. Oh, finally the quarterback pulled it.
Keeper, you've been calling for it, Arande, and it results in a touchdown, East St. Louis.
Listen, that's all he had to do. It's been set up just organically. They didn't have to do any plays. He's just been standing in the pocket for half the night. And so now it's back on American Heritage to respond and the defense of East St. Louis to hold up.
So that penalty gives East St. Louis some life. They take it upfield, turn it into 7. Extra point, line through the uprights. So nice response. Flyers keep their hopes alive. Back to within 2 touchdowns.
I know. Listen, we've been in this spot before, and the way East St. Louis is going, I know they're kind of kicking themselves about that first half because they could have done the same thing, but they were, like I say, trying to get their sea legs, travel, a lot of other stuff happening, and so now they seem to have gotten it together. And for all intents and purposes, Ari, we just 2 scores down, and we got a football game.
Yeah, no question. You cause a turnover, get it back, score again, and then all of a sudden the pressure really shifts towards the home team, American Heritage. But I think the big question now, late in the game in this heat, we talked about the climate on the road here in South Florida. How much does this East St. Louis defense have left?
Right, they've been on the field a lot.
They've been on the field a lot, yeah.
But if American Heritage can't get a decent running game going, you know, that's gonna help It's going to help East St. Louis. You want to be able to salt the game away when you're up by 14 with 9 minutes left.
Yeah, for American Heritage, you know, Bueno Jr. not available today. Tremaine Mullen shaken up late first half. We haven't seen him back. He had an excellent first half of football. It's been Marcus Smith, the coach's kid, who's played well.
Yeah, he's inserted himself into the game. I don't know what happened to Tremaine Mullen, but hopefully he's all right. But Marcus Smith has stepped in and done a pretty good job.
We'll see if Coach Mike Smith elects to go back to him and stay on the ground, run clock here. They've done most of their damage through the air with the Texas commit, Neiman Lawrence. Jet sweep, curling inside. On the curl, that is freshman Richard St. Julian again.
Pretty good play for first down, you know. Got to get half of it. It's 2nd and 5. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so they've been creative with their running plays. Patriots in no rush here with a 2-touchdown lead. Lawrence to the outside, nearly picked off. That's the opportunity the Flyers were looking for.
That was the turnover we were talking about they can't have.
Philip White
have to have some semblance of a running game to run the clock.
Philip White read it all the way. There's some miscommunication on that passing pattern. Ooh, that was the big opportunity for East St. Louis. That easily could have been a pick six.
Yeah, they got to run the ball somehow to keep the clock running.
Lawrence will have to get rid of that. So
what are you doing, bro?
They don't take much time off the clock there. About 45 seconds. Nearly disastrous.
Nearly. But you know, the whole thing is they didn't keep the clock running. Just run the ball. Like, you up 14. You know, what happened? Intentional grounding? Whoa. Yep, intentional grounding on the quarterback. But, you know, to avoid all of that, all you have to do is run the ball.
So they're going to be continued to be pushed back here, punting it out of his own end zone for Heritage. Will be the punter Tiago Oliveri Cardosa, a senior who came over from the soccer team, Oronde. This is his first year of American football.
There you go. More and more kids have been doing that.
Yeah.
I think you just saw, you know, a lot of the field goal kickers, even in the NFL. You know, the Dallas kicker who just got paid a lot of money is a soccer guy. And so, you know, more and more. And so if he got a shot to do it, let's do it.
Yeah, they've got the leg, and they can boot it. American Heritage, they got to be shaking their head here, in control, but now hurting themselves.
Why didn't we run the ball is what I'm kind of asking. Clock would still be running.
LaRon Baker standing at the 40, a dangerous return man.
There we go, the execution.
They get the punt off. It's a good one, angling towards the sideline, where it'll be down at the 34-yard line. Seized there by Adrian Flores. But East St. Louis in position now at the 34 of American Heritage. Shanklin and company back on the field.
Clock management becomes a big thing right now. And so got to read your cues because they're throwing the ball every down. You know that.
Over the middle, nearly intercepted. Reading the play, going for hit rather than ball, though, was the defensive backfield of the Patriots.
Obviously, the Patriots know they're passing every down, and so you have to be on point because one miscue can make this a one-score game.
Shanklin out in a flat, wide open. It's Go Miller exploding, spinning inside the 10. Flags come in from everywhere. I believe we had an illegal block or a hold there on the far side in front of Go Miller.
Or could be a face mask. It looked like a block in the back. But that referee threw that from way on the other side.
He was
of the
on the
field.
opposite side. He's got a pretty good armor on, Dave.
Yeah, I know he did.
That flag went about 20 yards. You see the block in the back.
Yeah, that helped American Heritage. You know, the crackback block has been outlawed, and so you got to be careful. Just hold your hands up and let the guy run by.
A big penalty because they didn't need that illegal block. Go Miller was going to run by that guy anyway, Arande.
Anyway. Where is Go Miller? They have to figure out where number 2 is. He's in the slot.
2nd and 11. Shanklin steps up, elusive, splits the defense, escapes inside the 20. Reese Shanklin leading another Flyer drive.
You know, I don't know why they didn't run the quarterback more the first half.
You've been calling for it.
I was calling for it.
They waited to the 4th quarter.
No, now you're doing it. I mean, it may not be too late, but seems like they should have made that decision a little earlier.
Still plenty of time for East St. Louis. Over 8 minutes to play. 1st and 10 from the 18. Heritage showing blitz, and a clobber. The running back, that's James, that's the freshman Chris Jackson.
Pretty good defense right there. It looked like they were throwing a screen, but it was a draw.
Blitz coming. Shanklin gets hit as he released the pass. And incomplete. We got a big 3rd down and long play for the Flyers.
If they leave Shanklin out there like that again, we have to test the backup quarterback because he got a little banged up. Oh, free rusher. That guy again.
That's Caesar. Hale Cesar. 7:40 to play. 3rd and 12. American Heritage crowd to their feet, making a lot of noise. Flag down before the snap. Looks like it'll cost the Flyers another 5.
Band being loud came into play. That was a good deal.
Sideline asking for that crowd noise again. Good crowd on hand, both ends, both sides.
Find number 2. Find number 2.
Go Miller flanked out to the near side. Shanklin lobbing towards the end zone. Touchdown!
And a flag.
What a pass
Good job. And
Dropped
Shanklin's
it
on his back.
right into the hands of LaRon Baker Jr.
Quarterback's down, though.
Shanklin getting hit again as he is taking a beating back there. Courageous, hanging in the pocket, lofting that pass perfectly into the awaiting hands of Baker Jr. And we've got ourselves a one-score game. Look at this pass. Right on the numbers.
Good play. Good catch. Concentration by the wide receiver. Get inside the DB. Good delivery. I don't know when East St. Louis is going back home, but Shanklin's going to need a little ice tub.
Get that guy an ice bath.
Get that guy an ice bath. So, all right. So, what we said, one-score game. Now, let's see if they go for two or kick the extra point.
Now, we have got a ball game. No quitting this East St. Louis team. On for the extra point. Wilkinson. Now, if they get the snap and the hold right, this kid's going to kick it through. He's got quite a leg.
Without a doubt, we've seen that.
They've had some difficulty, though. Put down, and there it is. We've got a 7-point game. So 2 touchdowns by East St. Louis.
All right. The press
made
is back
this
on American
interesting,
Heritage.
Arande.
That's what we've been wanting. East St. Louis didn't give up, and so definitely we have ourselves a ball game. Now the pressure is back on American Heritage. The home team was up 21-0, and now it's 21-28.
Well, you got to be happy for that East St. Louis crowd. They made the trip down, and they are hooting it up, having a grand old time at the moment.
No, they as you can see them now, you can see they're up now. The East St. Louis crowd is up now, so let's go. I know we used to sit in the locker room, we didn't come all this way just to come all this way, and so East St. Louis is saying that as well.
So after the penalty, they'll be kicking from the 50. Does give you some options here if you're thinking onside kick.
And they're just going to kick it away.
Yeah, you think they're just going to kick it out of the end zone?
Yeah, no need to play around with the ball. Defense is playing good. Obviously, Heritage can't not seeming to run the ball. So
that might have gone through the uprights there. Give him a point.
You've been saying all night he had a big leg and he can kick it.
So now the pressure over to the Patriots.
Yeah, I don't know how many. I know Patriots used the timeout. I don't know how many timeouts that East St. Louis has, but I have to think American Heritage is going to run this ball right now. I have to think that.
You would think, but on the previous drive, you had more room to really run and grind and try to work clock, and now you got to pick up some first downs too. They do go to the ground, and East St. Louis prepared.
Right. Where's the shot clock? We need to see the game clock, and make sure you snap the ball with 1 or 2 seconds left.
East St. Louis crowd chanting defense. This great contingency who made the trip down for the showcase. Lawrence eludes the blitz, puts his head down and picks up about 4.
Okay, all right. Well, it's probably the biggest play of the game right now, Ari. 3rd down and 6.
6.5 minutes to play. It is now a precarious 1 touchdown lead for the Patriots rather than a 3-touchdown lead. And the last thing you want to do is give the ball to a hot Flyer offense on a 3-and-out.
Definitely don't want to do that. Definitely have to. If you're going to do that, you might as well just keep it on the ground.
Lawrence through the air. Short pass broken up nicely. Quality defensive play by number 15. That is Kingston Jones.
Why not run the ball? If you're just going to do that, just run it and keep the clock moving.
Yeah, because that was not enough distance had he even caught it. So the clock stopped now with 6 minutes
left.
Yeah.
I mean, the same thing I was asking of East St. Louis to do with their quarterback. If you're going to call that play, I'm asking the Heritage to do the same thing. You have a mobile quarterback, roll him out and see if he can make a play.
Yeah, we saw more of that in the first half from the Patriots. Smart to catch it. So no further damage with a roll. So at least getting back to the 35 was LaRon Baker Jr., who caught that touchdown pass on the last drive. And here we go, 5:50 to play. Solid field position to begin the drive for the Flyers.
Well, they're 65 yards away from tying the game up. Let's see. Definitely comes down to you have to keep your players engaged, have to tell them watch the ball, no penalties on both sides of the ball. Defense don't want to give up another roughing the passer, and the offense doesn't want to give up a holding call. But like you said, we're giving the ball back to East St. Louis, who's got a hot hand. I mean, the first order of business is the corral number 2. I know number 1 caught the touchdown, and all that's good, but you have to corral number 2.
Well, we asked questions of the East St. Louis defense. They came up with some big stops. And I think the questions have to be answered now by American Heritage. They've spent a lot of time on this field defensively.
Right.
In this half.
This fourth quarter. They've been on the field the whole fourth quarter.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Reese Shanklin, who was shaken up after delivering that long touchdown pass. We'll see what he has left in the tank. Shanklin dancing around the pocket. Can he escape? He's an escape artist, and he escapes and draws a face mask.
Like you say, you didn't want a penalty, but that's a horse collar. 15 yards.
It looked like the Patriots had him trapped. Just that quick lateral movement. Horse collar from Micah Price, who's had an excellent game. Did they wave that off?
No flag on the play, okay.
Okay, they picked it up. 2nd and 5. Shanklin holding, taking off through the middle, big hole, slides down to the 40.
Saw a little flinch, but nobody called it. And like I said, Shanklin is doing a great job of running. Good job by East St. Louis. Like I said, it wasn't a job about the players. It was the coaches keeping them engaged, and the coaches have done a good job.
And allowing Shanklin to use his wheels. They've set him free here in the 4th. Here comes the blitz. They pick it up. Out in the flat, down the sideline, to the end zone. Touchdown.
Wow. Wow.
Guess who? Ronnie Cole-Miller.
All out blitz, great call. Down the sideline, number 2. I've been telling you all night, you have to know where number 2 is.
And the East St. Louis stands erupt. It was a 28-7 American Heritage lead. Late third.
Late third.
Well, they lined up as if they were going to go for two there, Aronde. Now they shift back and look for the top.
Trying to see something for later, maybe.
This game is tied.
Tied with 4 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Wow.
Well, American Heritage certainly not playing with the lead effectively. And now, well, let's see if they can respond and finish this game out.
Yeah, no, I think about 2 series ago when they got the ball to start the fourth quarter, I think they should have ran the ball a little bit more than they did. But, Yep.
Yeah, you called it. The full moon is out. There it is. We had that eclipse late last night.
Ooh, look at it.
There is the full moon.
East St. Louis Flyers sideline. They jumping around now. That's a big deal. So American Heritage has to take their time, make some plays. But once again, the East St. Louis defense have been playing pretty well this whole half.
There's the deep man for the Patriots. It's the freshman, Richard St. Julian. All the momentum to the Flyers.
To the Flyers.
Man, this kid, he just kicked that into the Everglades.
He did put a pretty good boot on it. So
all right, so test here for your Patriots, Aronde.
Yes, sir. I got a lot of faith in Coach Ron Hodge calling that offense, and so let's hope he dials up 2, 3, 4 good plays. All you need is about a good 50 yards. Maybe you can kick a field goal to win the game or even the score.
Neiman Lawrence, future Texas Longhorn. Going to the air, out in the flat, big tight end, falls forward with his length out to the 26. That's Robert Outler.
Good play on first down. Good play on first down. Could have got that block.
On the slant, first down, out past the 40. A missile right on the money to Michael Stringer.
I think Michael Stringer might have 200 yards receiving today. Great job by him.
Yeah, that might have put him on the 200 spot. I think you're right.
Watch this kid grow up in the system, and so excited to see him excel now. But like I said, he continues to have these kind of games. I think, I don't know, Western Kentucky might be out of luck.
Might have to drop the Western. Take nothing away from that program. Really good program built at Western.
Okay.
Their first down run, they go back to the ground with Smith.
Listen, that's a good job on first down. If you always want to get a good first down play, it makes everything else a little easier on the offense coordinator.
Play call for the sidelines. Smith follows those lead blockers. Lawrence out to the perimeter. Just shy of the 50. Proctor in there? I think it is, yeah.
All right, third and 3. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left. Let's see what happens.
A huge play now. The fans rise to their feet on the East St. Louis side.
Look like it's Michael Stringer time here. I'll give it to him right now.
It's a run play, and they're ready. That might have been a loss of a half a yard. They go back to Marcus Smith. Again, no Tremaine Mullen, who was injured late first half. So 4th and 3. They're going to go for it, OG.
Yeah, listen, try to get him offside. But listen, I throw the ball to Michael Stringer right now. It's a now pass. Like, he's going to get it to 3 yards.
Trying to draw him offside. You called it. And winding that clock now, just a minute and a half remaining. And then Coach Smith will take the timeout. And then you figure we'll punt this away.
Wow.
So a timeout called by Coach Mike Smith. 4th and 4. You fully expect him to put the punting team out there?
I sure do.
Yep.
There's no need to press this. It's a long 4 yards. You know, I think you just hang your hat on your defense. If they can get some pressure on the quarterback, maybe it can cause a turnover and win the game. But as we see in the last series, if you make one wrong move, number 2 can go the whole way.
So the huddles break. Teams back on field for the 4th and 4 from the 48-yard line. Punting team out there.
They come with everybody. I can tell you that.
And here's Olivero Cardosa, the soccer player turned punter. Low snap. Good job to field it. Gets it off. A excellent roll picked up back there. Taking the punishment is Laurent Baker Jr. Great coverage there for the Patriots.
All right, so good thing is they're deep, but the bad thing is they got a good kicker. So they don't have to go all the way in.
Very strong leg.
They can make it to about the 30, but the snap is the problem.
Yeah, Wilkinson looks like he's got definite over 40-yard range if they can get it down. Minute 20 remaining. So with a minute 20.
See what happens.
Ball at the 14-yard line. How do you think the Patriots play this defensively? You think they come after the quarterback, Shanklin?
I think they do. I think they do. Because if they run blitz and they hand the ball off, then they should be able to get them. But, you know, they want to put a little pressure on the quarterback to try to make the East St. Louis Flyers make a miscue. But first order of business, and I've been saying this all night, Ari, you have to find out where number 2 is.
Yeah.
Point him out. This is number 2 right here.
Meet Ronnie Gomiller.
He's going to get the ball. What'd I tell you?
There he is, Gomiller.
He's going to get the ball.
To the 20.
It ain't even, it's not even a question. I guess they're just playing for overtime at this point.
Shanklin, not a ton of urgency here. Shanklin turns the corner, steps out of bounds at the 27 with 48 seconds. They still have time, OG. Yeah, you complete a pass or two, and all of a sudden you're getting into Wilkinson's range.
They're on the road. They're playing for overtime.
Okay.
I don't think they would, I don't think they want Shanklin trying to throw the ball. Somebody runs wide open down the field, obviously, but I think they're good. They're the.
There's the quick screen. Trying to get to the sideline. Busts a tackle all the way out to the 45-yard line. Terrific speed.
Flag on the field, though. Probably holding on the offense.
That was Jamori Ware. And I think that flag will determine the strategy now. The Flyers get pushed back. And now I'm sure we'll elect to wind clock. Let's see, right there. Quite a bit of jersey grab there.
Yeah.
So 1st and 20. Ball back inside the 20. Floated to the outside. So they get 12 back in a hurry. So East St. Louis takes a timeout here, Arande.
That's probably just to get everybody together because it's going to be tough to make down the field in this 24 seconds.
Well, do they take a shot downfield? Oh.
No, I wouldn't. Maybe they know something. I don't know, but their best bet is always to get the ball number 2. But I don't think they're just going to run them down there and Hail Mary it. I think they're going to stay calm and confident and take this game into overtime.
Patriots are ready. Flyers still grabbing some fluids. It's 2nd and 7. Ball now at the 33. Or check that, just inside the 30. Yeah, they bring it out to where it should be to match where the stick is lined up at the.
somebody, cooler heads prevail.
Shanklin gonna run it. Goes into a slide, but a little late, so that hit was legal. Clock stops as they move the chains. Now it starts again. 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
Listen, you could be right at this point. I think they can get a 20-yard pass. They got a good field goal kicker at this point.
Well, they elect to take the timeout now. A few seconds had gone off. I thought they were going to snap it there. So they need to get it to about the 30, wouldn't you say? I mean, even to give it a shot for Wilkinson.
Yep. But listen, if if they back off and give my center and hold a free go at it, I'll try it. I'll try it from 40.
They could send everybody deep and let Reese Shanklin take off, too. As slippery as he is, he can go into a slide. And then
how many timeouts they got?
That's the question. Do they just burn their last one?
Oh, okay.
I'm not positive. And flags are down. They had some movement there, so that's going to cost them 5.
Legal shift. All right, well, they'll shut it down at this point.
So now push back again, 9 seconds. Yeah, they'll take a knee now after that penalty. So we're heading for overtime. A touchdown late in the third quarter and then 2 in the fourth for East St. Louis to lock it up at 28 all. As we head to overtime from Bill Laurie Field here at American Heritage. We'll be back on Beacon Sports. American Heritage has the ball first in overtime. Neiman Lawrence with the ball at the 10 and a false start. So they'll have to start this series from the 15.
Did he think it was on first sound? That doesn't help. Throw the fade.
Quick screen. Helmet flies off and a brutal hit. And let's hope that Jeffrey O'Neal is okay, the sophomore. That had to sting. Look at that kid just jumping up. Tough young man.
May have to come out for a play, though.
So Marcus Smith will come back in.
I mean, once again, I don't know how good number 6 is over there for East St. Louis, but if my wide receiver's 6'6" and he 5'10", I gotta give him a shot.
This is that time you take a shot again.
Yeah, that first down would have been the time.
So 2nd and goal from the 15. Lawrence goes to the right side, inside the 10. Pass complete to Kobe Conway, who had a big reception in the first half.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did. Been quiet ever since, but comes up with a big catch right now.
So 3rd and goal. Back inside the 10. The drive started at the 10. They were penalized before the first snap here in overtime. Lawrence, play action, wide open in the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots.
Good play call. Stringer.
And how does Michael Stringer get that wide open in the end zone?
Just like we tell the Heritage players to look for number 2, the East St. Louis players should be look out for number 1.
This play action here froze the defense, and they bring Stringer all the way across the field. Somebody missed him. You can't miss that man.
Can't miss that man. Can somebody tell me Michael Stringer's numbers, man? Like he's having a day.
Yeah, we don't have running stats.
Oh man, he's having a day. Last count, he had 185, right? So I think at this point he should have over 200. This is a game for him. He can definitely start this highlight film with this.
So big extra point here, and that does not count. Whistle blew before that snap. Jonathan Matai, they've had some difficulty with the snaps and holds here.
So this will be a big deal.
So they'll have to do it again. Holding will be Marquand Manuel. Matai has it lined up. Ooh. And the kick is good.
A little dicey there, a little dicey. That was a little dicey on the execution. All right.
So the Patriots,
a little dicey.
They put a TD on the board in overtime, and now it'll be East St. Louis's turn. They have to match the 7 to remain alive here. The American Heritage crowd. They got this team sparked before overtime with their energy.
So let's see. I don't know what else to tell you, but find number 2, Ari. Find number 2. Find number 2, because I don't know how many plays they got, but he's getting the ball on one of them. So
yeah, this coaching staff does a good job,
yeah.
You know, mixing it around and keeping you guessing defensively of where Go Miller is going to line up, where he's going to cut, where he's going to go.
But we have to call him out as a defense. Everybody point to number 2. He right there. They're going to throw it to him.
There goes Go Miller in motion. They go opposite side, a dangerous pass. Looking for the freshman, Chris Jackson, out of the backfield. So they kind of used Go Miller as a decoy there.
Good play. Good idea.
It didn't fool him.
Good idea. But I can better believe he's going to get it on this play. He's going to come in motion and they're going to sweep him or throw him a slant. One of the two.
Go Miller to the left. Shanklin looking that way. The slant deflected and dropping incomplete.
You see who they're throwing to, Ari?
Let me guess.
Telling you. Uh-oh.
They tried to hit Go Miller on the slant.
Yep. Knew that happened.
Ooh, his own man.
Ooh.
So that was Jaden Sheard and Kamarley Brown, the two of those guys.
Listen, they've been in action all
night.
day long.
Yeah.
So hopefully it's just a cramp and he can get up and continue to play. They got to stay in strong for 2 more downs, and they can finally get out of here with a victory.
So 2 more downs here for the Flyers. Well, you'd love to get Shanklin with some open space if you're a Flyer fan here and use those quick feet. So hobbling off the field goes Kamarley Brown.
Right. So he got up, and so that's a good thing. But the bad thing is he's out of the game for right now.
Yeah, it looks like he's cramping pretty badly. Understandably so in this heat and this length of game. The defense chant begins from the American Heritage stands. 3rd down. 2 more downs for East St. Louis.
I don't know if I said this before, Ari, but this is the biggest play of the game.
Shanklin will run for it. Jump pass deflected. There was no receiver in the area. And Shanklin and the Flyers fortunate that that wasn't intercepted.
All right, 4th down. I don't know
One
if
more
you heard
chance.
this from me before, Ari, but this is the biggest play of the game.
This time I believe you.
Right. Now the question is, do you send pressure or do you play zone?
I guess the jeopardy of bringing pressure is you might free up space for Shanklin to take off.
Right. That or number 2, wide open somewhere. So,
Yeah.
But if you play zone and he has enough time, it's hard to cover somebody for 5 seconds. I mean, I'm an err on the side. If you give me 7 seconds, I'll get open at this point. Sorry.
So you're saying you come with pressure then? That's what it sounds like.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like to sit and wait back at this point. Because somebody thought he passed it off or he didn't know where he was going. I'm sending the people. Because you don't have but a few more spots to go.
Is this the final play of the game?
Let's go.
Unless the Flyers put it in the end zone, it will be.
Let's see. Biggest play of the game, Mari. Let's see what they got.
You heard it from Aronde first. Reese Shanklin. Play action. Under pressure. They got to him and it's picked off or knocked down.
Game over. Heritage
Big
pulls it
number
off.
42. Osneal Dillon. 6-foot sophomore defensive end. They've got 3 Dillon brothers. And American Heritage escapes in overtime.
Escapes is the right word. Escapes is the right word. But give credit to the East St. Louis Flyers, man. They hung in there. They stayed in the whole game. They didn't get discouraged. And they had all the chance in the world to win this game, man.
And there it is, that final play of the night. What a game it was. East St. Louis, you got to give them all the credit in the world. Looked like they were down and out, trailing 28-7. They stormed back with 3 late touchdowns and nearly upset American Heritage on their home field. And it took overtime for the Patriots to win it. This is the Broward County National Football Showcase. What a show this is here down in Broward County. What a game this was as part of the showcase. For the Broward Foundation, Education Foundation, President CEO James Knapp, Director, Co-founder Sean Serra, Director, Co-founder Dr. Kevin Perry, Media Coordinator Dave Brousseau, Executive Producer of Beacon Sports Brandon Graham and his entire excellent crew, guided by Director Pedro Chavez, sideline reporter Caitlin Taylor. My partner tonight, Rondé Gadsden. I'm Ari Shannock saying so long from American Heritage.